Ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. Ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice.
Heaven and hell inside, but they both are satisfied. Illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, and I'll follow you to
gotta
God.
blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice.
If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, and I'll follow you to God.
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book.
Do you? Or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. I've been thinking about forever.
In the car, I just can't wait to pick you up on our very first date. Is it cool if I hold your hand? Is it wrong if I think it's like a dance? Do you like my stupid hair? Would you guess that I didn't know what to wear? I'm just scared of what you think. You make me nervous so I really can't eat. Let's go, don't wait, this night's almost over. Honest, let's make this night last forever. Forever and ever. Let's make this last forever. Forever and ever. Let's make this last forever.
Dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, hey, hey. And when you're done, I make you do it all again. I said, oh my God, I see you walking by. Take my hands, my deed, and look me in my eyes. Just like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life. Are you just beg to see me dance just one more time?
Tell me what you really want from me. Point blank, no discussion. Close mouth, ow. I'll give it to you, no interruption. And tell me one time that you want me. I promise that I won't say nothing. Shut it up, shut it up. I'll give it to you, no interruption. And you're home, oh. On the phone, all alone, I'll give it to you, no interruption. In your house, oh. On the couch, take the time at the place to function. I'll give it to you, no interruption.
She spoke words that would melt in your hands. She spoke words of wisdom to make some people to basement. Many surprises await you. To make some people in the basement. Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed. I know it's not mine, but I'll see if I can use it for the weekend or a one-night stand.
One time for my LA sisters, one time for my LA hoes. Lame niggas can't tell the difference. One time for a nigga who knows. Don't save her, she don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the dream of living is gone. Oh yeah, life goes on freedom of living is gone. They're all gone.
Well, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you'll probably move right through me on my way to you.
Baby, I'm hot just like an oven. I need some loving. And when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. Sexual healing.
Hey, can't be scared when it goes down. Got a problem? Tell me now. Only thing that's on my mind is who gonna run this town tonight. Who gonna run this town tonight? We gonna run this town.
And when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. Sexual healing, baby, is good for me. And I always find something wrong. You've been putting up with my shit just way too long. I'm so gifted at finding what I don't like the most. So I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast for the jerk-offs. Gotta not take work off. Baby, I got a plan. Run away fast as you can.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go. Say we're only dreaming. A whole new world.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse out here alone. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
Let the rain fall down to wake my dreams. Let it wash away my sanity. 'Cause I wanna feel the thunder on my skin. Let the rain fall down and come make me live.
She didn't have to cut me off, make out like it never happened, and now we were nothing. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Flare guns go off in my head, saying not to call you this late. Still I doubt those numbers every time. Why do I replay those messages that you left at the tone last May? Slowly wishing you were never mine.
I told you I'd be down forever. Loving you is dangerous, but it don't feel wrong. And we'll be singing. I should look for better. Falling back to strangers, leave me hanging on. And we'll be
I've been in
singing.
the wrong place at the wrong time, chasing all the wrong things most of my life. And every kind of loss that you can't find, but I got one thing right. Been the kind of guy girls moms don't lie, running with the wrong crowd on the wrong night. I've been wrong about a million times, but I got one thing right. You.
Nobody knows.
I couldn't be there. Even when I tried, you don't believe it. We do this every time. Even the best fall down sometimes. Even the wrong words seem to rhyme. Out of the doubt that fills my mind, somehow find you and I collide. We do this every time. Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flame cause we can't let go. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, run away. I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take a blame. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, run away, run away.
Johnny, I got some issues that nobody can see, and all of these emotions are pouring out of me. I bring them through the light for you. It's only like this is the soundtrack to my life. The soundtrack to my life.
Right here. Right now. Right here. Right now.
Love me, hate me, say what you want about me. But all the boys and all the girls are begging to intoxicate me. Love me, hate me, but can't you see what I see? All the boys and all the girls are begging to intoxicate me.
It's a damage kid, I don't want to understand. Mom and dad with me, always giving diplomat. Do let do my mirror, here's blue, complicated, it's my lady. I've left with official girls every wish. In reality, they are his our parents, really our parents.
Wait, let me have you think.
Our parents, really our parents.
Love me, hate me, say what you want about me. But all the boys and all the girls are begging to intoxicate me.
Right stroke, put a baby in the spiral. Soprano see me like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Bitch, be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble.
So why don't we get drunk? So why don't we don't sleep? We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So why don't we go out? That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
Take me home tonight.
So what we get drunk, so what we don't sleep. We're just having fun, we don't care who sees. So what we go out, that's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
Somebody suck me!
Check my mouth till the smoke clears out. Am I high? Her high. I'ma rip this shit till my phone comes out. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my leg give out. Can't check my mouth.
Look if it's better
When I lose control.
I need your love. I need your love. I need your love. I need your love.
I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love.
I don't wanna lose you now. I'm looking right at the other half of me. The vacancy that's set in my heart is the space, and now you're home. Show me how to fight now. Show me, baby. I tell you, baby, that it was easy coming back into you once I figured it out. You were right here all along.
I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love.
And turn me up. Baby, you know that I miss you. I wanna be with you tonight, but I get up, baby girl, and that's the issue. Girl, you know I miss you. I just wanna kiss you, but I can't right now, so baby, kiss me through the phone. Kiss me through the phone. See you like home. And turn me up.
I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
We should take a walk someday. Dream about what we could have been. But I don't wanna leave this place. There's no faith in Brooklyn. Yeah. If I move out one day, it will make me a better man. Without you, Neil. I don't wanna leave this place. No faith in Brooklyn. Yeah.
She said I don't spend time like I really should. She said she don't know me anymore. I think she hates me deep down. I know she does. She wants to erase me.
Magazines, on TV, no matter where you are, you might hear me. I'm in the magazines, on TV, no matter where you go, you might see me.
If I move out one day, it will make me a better man.
Without you, Neil.
I don't wanna leave this place. No faith in Brooklyn.
Impossible. Only reach me if you wanna reach me when you wanna reach me. I just can't wait until I hear myself array. Doesn't matter if it's day or night, everything is gonna be alright. Whenever you need me, be there. Only reach me if you wanna reach me.
Drink and to smoke to take away the pain. And I don't remember all of my mistakes, and every I got alone with no one to blame. You're not alright, I'm not alright.
But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I like to drink and smoke to take away the pain. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh yeah, I spent 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
I get Corona, I get Corona.
Yeah, a fresh, cool young Lou, trying to cash his microphone check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees, what if you brung you? Did you improve on the design? Did you do something new? Where your name in on the guest list? Who brung you? You, the more famous person you come through, and the sexy lady next to you, you come too.
Everybody in the club get tips. 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 My father said, don't you worry, child. She heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry, child. Yeah.
Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stand. I got burn holes in my hoodies, all my homies think it's dead. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I miss my cocoa butter kisses.
If I could escape and recreate a place that's my own world, and I could be your favorite girl, perfectly together, and tell me, boy, now would not they sweet? If I could be sweet, I know I've been a real bad girl. I didn't mean for you to get hurt. We can make it better. Tell me, boy, now would not be sweet?
Once again, asking for your financial support.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? I wanna live. Don't you?
There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I can try for your heart. It's not always easy, and sometimes life can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together.
All the people that hate me no more, so yeah, I hate you too. Through all the bomb ass love that just wanna dog shit, I hate you too. Through all the high class ass that's too hot and fast, oh yeah, I hate you too. Hey. Deuces and mimosas, champagne and cocaine.
It's always better when we're together.
you're my sweet. I belong, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong, you belong with me, you're my sweet. Love, we need it now. Let's go. Oh, son.
Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Let's go. All I need, I know. All I need, all I know. You are out of my league. All the things I believe. You are just so like tiger. You are all the mystery. You are out of my league. Got my heart racing. If I die, don't make me. You are all I know.
Cause there's you and me and all other people, nothing to do, nothing to lose. And there's you and me and all other people, and I don't know why I can't keep my eyes off of you.
And I'm gonna miss you like a child misses that blanket. But I've got to get a move on with my life. It's time to be a big girl now. And because
Cause there's you and me and all other people, nothing to do, nothing to prove. And that's you and me and all other people, and I don't know why.
Have you seen this room? Yes, we're in it.
She put my name with yellow hearts. Her favorite color like the stars. I didn't listen very hard. She told me she was crazy from the start. She put my name with yellow hearts.
now I'm dancing in flames, now I'm dancing in flames. I ain't scared of the place, don't rescue me. And now I'm burning in your arms, and there's fire in my heart. No, it's not a false alarm. We've got no place to go, caught up in the rodeo. Oh no, please God, tell me we're dreaming. We've got nowhere to run, they don't know like us. Oh no, please God, tell me we're dreaming. We've got no place to go, caught up in the rodeo. Oh no, please God, tell me we're dreaming. And now I'm burning in your arms, and there's fire in my heart. No, it's not a false alarm. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Oh no, please God, tell me we're dreaming.
If you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing just fine. I would lie and say that you're not on my mind. But I go out and I sit down at a table set for two. Not a word to say, I'm not over you. Not over you.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget.
Ain't nobody fucking with my click, 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 click. Ain't nobody fresher than my motherfucking click, 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 click. As I look around, they don't do it like my click, 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 click. Ain't nobody fresher than my motherfucking click, 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 click. And all these bad bitches, man, they want.
I'm lonely, I'm lonely, I'm lonely as fuck. come hold me, come hold me, come hold me. It's been me, myself, and why did you go, did you go? Oh, fuck, I'm lonely, I'm lonely, I'm lonely, yeah.
I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain. And of course, I'm slipping all these demons away, but your ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me away. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain.
Me, myself, and why did you go, did you go? I'm lonely.
Psych, that's the wrong number.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love?
It starts in my toes and I crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know that you make me smile. Please stay for a while now. Just take your time wherever you go.
Fuck you and you and you. I hate your friends and they hate me too. I'm through, I'm through, I'm through. This that hot girl by my anthem. Turn it up and throw attention. Fuck you and you and you. I hate your friends and they hate me too. Fuck you and you and you. This that hot girl by my anthem. Turn it up and throw attention.
Hey, yeah, I once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems. When I get it, I'm a pal it up. Time's over, the bread we can toast so fresh, how we flow. Everybody get this down, yo. I once was a kid with the other little kids. Now I'm ripping up shows and the fans going loud it up. Tell mommy I'm sorry. This life is a party. I'm never growing up.
Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time of rock and roll.
Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Closer than my feet, you are to me, baby. Shorty, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need, baby.
Life is one big boy when you're still young, but who's gonna have your back when it's all done? All for when you live your fear, one can't be a fool, son.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, 'cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, 'cause I can't get much longer. Man, I've been waiting all night now. I need you right now.
Let's break lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. And you don't give a fuck what they all say, right? Awesome, the Christian and Christian Dior. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore. I ask, 'cause I'm not sure. Do anybody make real shit anymore?
It's my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beauty focused EOU. Ooh, you, ooh, I'd leave it all. Ooh, I'd leave it all. Ooh.
How will I know if he really loves me? I say a prayer with every heartbeat. I fall in love whenever we meet. I'm asking you, but you know about these things. How will I know if he's thinking of me? I try to fall, but I'm too shy. Falling in love is so bittersweet.
I eat Snickers all the time, dude.
Maybe you're all that I want when you're lying here in my arms. I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven. We're in heaven.
Girl, the way you move it got me in a trance. DJ, turn me up. Ladies, this your jam. I'ma sip my shadow. You gon' move my pants. And I'ma throw this money while you do it with no hands. Girl, drop it to the floor. I love the way you do it, girl. All I wanna do is sit back and watch you move.
When I lose control.
I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart.
Everywhere you look, there's a home, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you.
There must be something in the water. 'Cause every day it's getting colder. And if only I could hold you, you'd keep my head from going under.
Got a lot of love, little bit less money. Don't need too much on me. Besides you, met a couple friends, but I never really see them. Cause I don't really feel them. They don't look like you. You've been on my mind, 9 to 5 and then 5 to 9, yeah. Up the whole damn night, dreaming when I'm near your body. I can't shut my eyes with you in my bed, even when I'm tired. The PM be turning to AM and I couldn't rest if you paid me. So, what's up? I'm wide awake but never sleep. And no, can't close my eyes around you, but it's cool. Cause I be looking at you. Looking at you.
It's just me and your goals and this crippling depression. I thought I learned my lesson, but I threw out my phone and I burned all your clothes, and now I'm not alone. It's just me and your goals.
Now you're in New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York, these streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it from New York.
I'm not alone. It's just me and your goals and this crippling depression. I thought I learned my lesson, but I threw out my phone and I burned all your clothes, and now I'm not alone.
What can I say? Mamba out.
We are always running for the thrill of it, thrill of it. Always pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it. All along, we are calling out now to get. Never looking down, I'm just an aura what's in front of me.
Nothing that if I tell everyone how I made this money, that it's going to affect me in any sort of way.
AMD, if we get a quick little pop above $12, I'm thinking about maybe a quick little short over on AMD. Finger on the trigger to lock in profits when it starts moving back on up. Here we go. Nice job. Let's take it. $979 in profit. Look at this spike, baby. Taking some gains right off the top right here. 124,000.
You just gotta know what you're doing.
200.
Every single person can be successful.
Dollars in profit.
There's no reason for you not to become a full-time
Now
trader.
we're currently up $2,100. Let's just keep it going even more. I want every single person. Now we're up $2,500. Now we're going up to $117.40.
It's not like it's a competition. It's if I tell you how I was able to do this,
$100
go out, make that money, make a killer, and let's all absolutely crush it together.
Let's go, baby! Let's see this thing keep unfolding even farther here. We're up $1,100 within the first 5 minutes of the day. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, are we back? Are we back, baby? Are we getting ready to go here? That's what I gotta ask you guys. It is Thursday morning, bright and early, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Coastal time, West Coast time. We're talking 6 a.m. We got a morning ahead of us, traders. Everyone wake up, stand up, get your 150 burpees in. Traders, we got a big day ahead. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot going on. The Federal Reserve just came on out. We are red hot right now. We haven't lost a trade all week. Small account challenge continuing to grow. Doing our thing day in and day out. And I just want to say welcome back for everyone over on YouTube at this moment. If I haven't seen you guys in a little bit, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. But we're over on TradeCaster.com every single day live streaming, doing the small account challenge and doing what we do best. Traders, everyone open on up. Come on in. The doors are wide open on TradeCaster.com today. Inviting all. So again, gather the kiddies. Gather again the loved ones. And let's get ready to make some money. Let's get ready to make some cash today. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, smash that thumbs up right now. And let's dive right in on this day because it's game time, baby. We got a lot to go over. Woo! All right, traders. Happy Thursday, everyone. Saying, Deck, you got some energy today. I mean, I got to have a little energy today. Had a little extra maple syrup, got a little extra sugar in there. Never had a cup of coffee. I'm still sticking with it, guys. 30 years old, have yet to have a cup of coffee in my life. I'm at the point of no return. I'm at a point where I've already gone too far that there's no point for me to drink coffee anymore. If I was going to have coffee, it was going to be 18, 19, 20. 30 years old, never even taken a sip of it. I smell it. I know what it smells like. I can assume I know what it tastes like, and I don't like it. So the thing is, we're just going to keep going off that natural bird, that natural feed. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we got a lot going on with this day. Let's see what we have. I'm going to bring over the morning newsletter right now, and we're all set. I will say, though, okay, I will say my neck is having some trouble turning all the way to the right. You know, last night I kind of woke up and I wasn't even sleeping on my pillow, and I just feel like for the last 8 hours straight, I was just kind of like crooked neck all the way on down. So we're going to combat this today. Come out a little hot. Hopefully I don't pull anything. That's the thing. And once I've noticed, once I turn 30, I've been starting to get more injuries from literally not doing anything. In my 20s, in my teens, I could literally fall off a 3-story building and I would just be absolutely okay. Just pop right on up. Now, if I sleep the wrong way, I feel like I can't move the next day. What's going on here, traders? If you guys know what I mean. So let's talk about what we have here. Solid start. November's off to a better start for the stock market. Stocks rallied on Wednesday after the latest decision from the Federal Reserve. More on that later. The S&P 500 rose 1% yesterday and briefly crossed its 200-day moving average, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average was up more than 200 points. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite did even better, climbing 1.64% thanks in part for the information technology stocks outperforming. Semiconductor companies AMD and Micron Technology added 9.7 and 3.8% respectively, and NVDA shares are higher more than 3%. And this all came from yesterday on holding steady. If anyone was not here yesterday, the Federal Reserve has announced they are keeping rates the same. The Federal Reserve opted to hold the benchmark interest rates at the same level for the second consecutive time. The move, which is widely expected, keeps the key federal fund rates in target range between 5.25 to 5.5%, where it's been since July. The committee also upgraded its general assessment of the economy's Wednesday's decision, but Fed Chairman Jerome Powell stressed that the central bank hasn't made any decisions yet for its next meeting in December. The process of getting inflation sustainably down to 2% has a long way to go, he said at a news conference. The committee will always do what it thinks is appropriate at the time. So, if you guys are playing a little game of catch up and saying, Deck, I'm not really sure what's going on in the market. Well, the market has been falling all of September and all of October. The market actually fell 10% in September, in October, and put us into correction territory. But over the last 2 days, we have actually been seeing a very strong bounce play. Correction territory is when the SPY falls more than 10% from its highs. But since then, we've actually been able to bounce all the way back up towards only being down 8%, which is still a good chunk of change. But over the last few days now, it's been a very solid bounce play, and today is no different. We are getting a very nice bounce on up, and the reason is because we are holding steady on our interest rates. So it says stock futures rose this morning, Thursday morning, as investors bet that the Federal Reserve could be done raising rates in 2023. And look through the latest quarterly earnings reports. Bond yields declined, with the benchmark 10-year Treasury yield falling about 11 basis points, around 4.68%. Moderna shares dropped 10% in pre-market after the pharma giant reported sharp losses. These moves all come after the Feds on Wednesday kept interest rates unchanged again and upgraded its assessment on the U.S. economy. To be sure, Chair Jerome Powell would not rule out a rate increase in the December meeting. We expected Powell to talk tough and do his best to keep markets from taking 2 consecutive steps of interest rate hikes in the green light risk assets. However, we were surprised at how detailed he's been in the language that the Fed is still slightly worried about inflation and would not hesitate to raise rates again in the near future. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that I want you guys to realize. We have never in history ever raised rates, paused again, then raised. Usually when you have 2 rates or 2 pauses, it means you're done. I believe that we are done raising rates. We're done raising rates. We've raised rates 12 times already. I believe now we are just going to keep rates at this 5.2, 5.5% level. I don't think that we are going to be raising rates at all anymore. I think we're just going to keep rates at a higher area longer than expected. They said that we were going to have 4 rate cuts in 2024. In 2024. That's what they stated. Then last month, they said, sorry, guys, we're actually going to only have 2 rate cuts. Anyone want to make a bet that I bet we don't have any rate cuts in 2024? I bet you we hold rates at 5.25 to 5.5% all of 2024. Oh, just like in 2021 when Jerome Powell said, hey guys, everyone have fun in 2021 when the market's going crazy, but we do have to do 3 interest rates in 2022 of all 0.25%. Guys, sorry, did I say 0.25%? I meant 0.5%. Oh, guys, did I say 0.5%? I'm sorry, only 0.75%. Sorry, guys, did I say 3 interest rates? I meant 12 interest rates. It's every single time it just gets pushed back more and more and more. So the thing is, team, we were supposed to have 4 cuts coming up in 2024. They just reduced that to 2 cuts. I bet you we have no cuts in 2024. So I bet you since we are pausing rates, it's just going to be we are going to hold rates at this area much longer. So let's take a look over on the SPY right now. When we take a look over on the S&P 500, what can we see what's happening? Well, the S&P 500, yesterday we were able to make a nice profit on this nice big green candle, and we have been moving up ever since, which is absolutely awesome and absolutely great. The market's been continuously climbing. We're seeing a lot of, big time hype and momentum, and we want to see, is this momentum going to be able to continue to push? Are we going to be able to spike? Are we going to be able to move? Are we going to be able to rip and run here? And we may have to adjust our game plan here slightly. Now, if you guys were not here yesterday, we were able to win again on the small account, and that's been beautiful. We were able to add $228 in profit. Just again, consistently growing every single day. Now, the thing is, we jumped in at the price of $421.20, I believe it was, and we rode this thing all the way on up towards around $422.70, then locked it on out. Today, we will be trading the small account once again. We are looking to be able to add another $200, $300, and we'll be all set, ready to go. Remember, team, so many people are always saying, oh, Deck, I want to make $4,000 a day. I want to make $5,000 a day. And you only have $2,000, $3,000 in your account. Traders, who here would be happy in 11 months from now if you turned again your $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 account into $50,000? To be able to make $50,000, you have to average, not make every day, but average $200 a day. 200 times 250, that's going to come out to $50,000. If you just do what we've been consistently doing over the last week, we made $300, $200, $300. We're on pace to be able to turn this into a $50,000 account if we just consistently keep doing what we're doing. But a lot of people are always saying, oh, Deck, I'm trying to make, $900 today and end up going in the red. Oh, Deck, I'm trying to make $5,000 and end up going in the red. You make $200 a day on average. You're going to turn your $2,000 account into $50,000 by this time next year. Would you guys be happy with that? To be able to make $48,000, maybe as this is your side job. Imagine if this is just your side gig. Imagine you have a 9-to-5 job that you make $50,000 a year on, $60,000 a year on, and that this is just, vacation money. This is just fun money for you and the family. This is just whatever you want money. Go out and buy that random Corvette money. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's all about the slow and steady grind. That's what you guys want to be understanding, right? That's what you guys want to be focused on. That's what you guys want to be aware of here. All right? So, want to make sure that we're all good, ready to go, fired on up, and diving right on in. So, the S&P 500 at this moment here, traders, obviously having a nice gap up. Now, let's talk about our game plan today. Let's make sure every single trader understands this game plan from start to finish. It says the Feds have paused rates. This means there is a 99% chance we are done hiking. After 2 pauses in a row, historically, it has shown that we have never raised rates again at the next meeting. Now, what's next? Well, now is when the pain comes in. And you might say, the pain? Say, I thought we just went through the pain the last 2 years. The pain now is going to be holding rates at 5.25 for the next 6 to 12 months. That is my long-term outlook. But what about today? Right? Well, today is a new setup, new volume, new everything. There is not any go-to line I'm looking to break to see a spike. So there is no 99% trade right now, guys. I'm just going to be honest. There has been a ton of 99%ers. And what I mean by 99%ers is basically 99% chance of success. We don't really have that today. We are just going to have light support, strong support, light resistance, strong resistance. And what we're saying is, let's look to see if we get any sort of strong hype and strong momentum going next. So what we have here, traders, is I want to break this on down. Also, if you're saying, Deck, I can't get into your free Discord, you can check that on out. That's right there. I just dropped a link on it. But little heads on up, I do all my live streaming over on tradecaster.com. So Tradecaster, this is my lobby right here. You can see all the people that live stream over on tradecaster.com. And if you click my lobby over on Tradecaster, that is where you could be able to join our live chat and be able to check everything on out. So again, I'm live every day over on tradecaster.com if you want to go ahead and check that out. The Discord, I like posting, you know, some free alerts and everything along those lines, but that is a free Discord for anyone that wants to join. So let's talk about today's game plan. Let's talk about today's chart. Let's talk about, again, what I'm currently seeing at this moment. So let's break this down from top to bottom so you guys can understand every single point of it. So first thing that we have is 432 strong resistance. And I try to color code everything to make it easy. So we can see this like maroonish brown color. We can see that we do have a lot of tops. Notice we have a top right here. We have a top right here. Notice we even have a bottom right here. Notice we have a little bit, not as good as a bounce, but right above it, a little bit underneath it. You guys can see we have a bounce at 432, a little bit of a bounce at like 432.50, a bounce at 432, and a top resistance at around 431.50. If I had to, average that out, I'm going to say that we do have a lot of reversals happening right next to 432. It seems like every time we come up to 432, we fall on down. Anytime we come down near 432, we usually bounce off of it. We come up near 432, we usually start falling back on down. So let's say today, all of a sudden the S&P 500 starts ripping and running to 431, 431.50, 432. You probably want to be looking for puts. You probably want to be saying to yourself, hey, let me get ready for a possible put contract. I think this could easily get weaker. Now, if we go underneath this area, we could see 426.50. Now, why 426.50? This is some areas back over on Monday and also a few weeks ago where we do see some tops right here, top right here, top right here. And you can also see, again, bounce play, bounce play. It's not the strongest resistance line in the world. And that's why I'm kind of calling it light resistance. And I do think the better target would be 432. Better target's 432, but we do just need to be aware there is going to be some sort of resistance at 426.50. Now, as we move down the chart, we can realize that 421.75 is a nice support line. We can just see the amount of bouncing that happened right around 421.75. It's very recent. It's definitely something that we want to be aware of. But also, little side note, guys, this is not the strongest support line in the world. The strongest support line in the world is going to be this uptrend. This uptrend where we have bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, slightly above that area. If we ever came back down to this purple line, that is where we would have the best dip buy. That is where we would have the best opportunity to be able to get filled and be able to see this, get that bounce, get that move, and be able to get that climb all the way back on up. All right, so make sure that you guys are watching this, make sure that you guys are ready, and make sure that you guys are on top of this trade here. So let's kind of take a look on it over on the chart and kind of get a little bit of a better idea as well. So when I take a look over on the S&P 500 over on the chart here, I can realize, excuse me, let me actually go ahead and take a look at the 30-minute chart. What can we see? The S&P 500 breaking this thing on down, 30-minute time frame. You can see we are sitting right at that 426 light support. Some people may argue, Deck, is there any support right around 424.80? Absolutely. But, we do have that kind of strong resistance right at 426.50-ish mark at this moment. So we have to say to ourselves, what are we going to do today, guys? What is going to be our ultimate game plan? Well, as I already stated, if you want to try to clean this up as easy as possible, right? Instead of having this, right, where we basically have our different color codes and everything along these lines, kind of gets a little bit confusing. If you want to clean this up as easy as possible and you want to say, Deck, give me the greatest chance of success. Now, I'll be honest, the greatest chance of success may not happen today because you have to wait for very strong areas. So if we wanted to have that area though, let's get rid of this red line. Get rid of that red line. And let's get rid of this blue line. And let's get rid of this purple line. This purple line doesn't really mean too much for us. And when I take a look at this chart, this would now be my new kind of area of super strong success, where I know if we spike up to 432, 431.50, we are going to see some sort of reversal. And I know if we drop all the way down towards, again, 420, I know that we could definitely see some sort of bounce play. Because when I take a look over on this chart here, it's pretty simple to realize that, all right, we come up to this top and we fall on down. Okay, we come on down to this bottom, then we bounce on up. We come down to this bottom, then we bounce on it. We come down to this bottom, we bounce on up. We come near this bottom, we bounce on up. Okay, we come up to the top, we come back on down. We come up to the top, we come back on down. Every time we have hit 432 for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 times right here, guess what happens? We always get a reversal. If I had to put money on it, I bet you we are going to see some sort of reversal at this area. Same exact thing if I wanted to do that down here. I could see we bounced off it here, we bounced off it here, we bounced off it here, we bounced off it here. I bet you that when we come back on down towards around this area, we are probably going to be seeing some sort of dip buy and some sort of bounce play. So right now, being at 426, we are a little bit in the middle. So if you're saying to yourself right now, Dek, no matter what, all I want to do is win. I don't care if I sit out all day. I don't care if I sit out today. I don't care if I sit out tomorrow. I am waiting for an opportunity to win that I have the greatest chance of success. I would probably say wait until it comes down to the purple line or wait until it comes on up towards that maroon light. Those are your two options. If you're saying, Dek, I want to get a little bit more of a trade in. I don't know, 432, that's still $6 away, or dropping down to 420, that's still $6 away. I would definitely want to look for something else. I would probably say, all right, guys, let's look for a possible dip buy and bounce play up to 432. I really don't want to go against this momentum. I'm probably looking more for a dip buy, bounce play, and then be able to run up to 432. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards on my day. Pull back, find a bottom near 10 o'clock, spike back on up, get some momentum towards the upside. That's more what I'm focused on. That's more what I'm looking at over on the S&P 500 today. So wanted to break this thing on down, talk about it, make sure everyone is aware of what I'm thinking, what I'm looking at this moment, and making sure that every single trader is on top of their game. So, team, let's talk about what else we have here. Are there any sort of big hot penny stocks today? Because I always like to go over both, but is there any sort of big hot penny stocks, any sort of big hot momentum, any sort of big hot action at this time? And really what it comes on down to is penny stocks have been very slow over the past week. You need to think about it as if there's 1 million people in the stock market, and there's more than 1 million people, but let's just say there's 1 million people. If you want to think about it, there's 100 people in the stock market. Where do you think the majority of people are focusing on? I bet you that a lot of traders aren't really focused on looking at penny stocks right now when we have the Federal Reserve making these big decisions, when the S&P 500 just fell on down to correction territory, when we just came on out and said we're pausing interest rates. A lot of times when the SPY is slow, penny stocks are hot. And when the S&P 500 is very hot, penny stocks are usually slow. So I'm just not seeing too many penny stock plays. I do see that there's this SPAC company, SPAC company, OLIT, that did go on a crazy rip and drop on down. Now, if you guys do not know, a SPAC is not even a real company. There's no location, there's no employees, there's no actual operations, there's nothing. All it is, it's another company that is made just to raise money for another company. So it's basically like, hey, if you want to invest into this company. So I know that sounds a little confusing, but usually SPAC companies are just ginormous pumps and ginormous dumps. Just to let you guys know, the last 2 SPAC companies that we have saw both have led to T12 holds, and nobody wants to get caught up in a T12 hold. A T12 hold is when it gets frozen, it gets halted, and the SEC has to do an investigation. And that an investigation lasts anywhere between 6 to 18 months. Now, what does that mean? It means if you are stuck in that play when it's halted, your funds are stuck in that play for the next 6 to 18 months, which means you can't get your money out. You can call your broker, you can do whatever you want, but your money is stuck in that play until it's unhalted about 12 months down the road. So these plays do get very risky, and I just want to show that out there so that you guys understand that. Now, is there any other plays that are looking really good? Any sort of super hot news? We do have PBLA, publication of preclinical data. Nothing too big right here. We have phase 1 data. PBLA, phase 1 data. Only 2 million flow. I would say keep our eyes peeled on it. But, as I stated here, traders, I'm just not really too interested in penny stocks when the SPY seems like it's so much hotter. The SPY just seems like there's so much more attention. The SPY seems like there's just so much more action here. PLTR had a little bit of a pop today, $15 up to $17.41. That one did have good earnings, and that's why that one's getting a little bit of a climb on this day today. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, let's get excited. Let's get ready to rock and roll, and let's really see what's going to be coming on up on this day. You know, I am just so fired up to be with each and every single one of you guys, and I'm so fired up to be here with you right now. So guys, let's have a great day ahead. Let's get ready to make some money. Market opens up in 2 minutes. It's almost game time.
Great customer is honestly the best.
I love Tradecaster.
Happy Saturday, everybody. Just a friendly reminder. Over the past 12 months, how much money did you make day trading using your strategy? $551,000.
That kind of money, it's like you know what you're doing. Sean knows his stuff.
So this is exactly how I did it.
Perfect.
I want everyone to go trade.
Go! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Hang on.
It wasn't pleasant. That was during lunch hours.
Take some pictures.
Now we're up $1,200!
We got some action right here.
$2,000, $760. Okay.
If I tell you how I was able to do this, go out and make that money, make a killing.
Can we start getting ourselves in the green somehow? Get it, people! A bot sell man making HUDI $1,000. Ollie with a $327 trade. Boom, guys. $989 profit. $2,600. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Oh, baby! You guys want to see something good today? We're bringing something good to the house. All right, guys, let's get ready to go here. Market opens up in the next 20 seconds. And we're going to, again, get ourselves going on this day. I'm not going to be touching anything right off the rip. We do know our target is going to be that 432 mark today. Best case scenario is we may be getting a call entry, I think, underneath 425. We get a call entry underneath 425, you know, like somewhere back on down towards these pre-market, you know, low areas. I think that's the best case scenario for us. So, you know, just, you know, having an alert ready to go at this time, kind of leaning towards S&P 500. Add option, buy, probably leaning towards, you know, I'll probably start with like 5 contracts, scale in. We're going to do same day expiration to start off with. Not doing an entry yet. I'm going to wait till it comes back down towards around 424 if it does. But if it does come back down to 424, I'll put myself slightly in the money with a 424 strike price, doing call contracts and, you know, going from there. Now, obviously, they're pretty expensive at this moment because, again, you know, it's all the way up at 426. We'll be waiting for some sort of pullback. But right now, guys, we are just kind of sitting back on our hands right now, waiting, watching, seeing where this momentum's going to take us. And then we can start coming up with a little bit of a better decision on what we want to be looking at. But as you guys know, make sure you guys are getting your morning newsletter every single day here, traders. And if you guys are not getting your morning newsletter, hit up the blue circle in the bottom left-hand corner over on tradecaster.com. They will help you. They will make sure that your email is added so that you guys are all set, ready to go. But you want to make sure, again, your email's added so you guys do not miss out on any of this great action here. Guys, target today is that 432 mark. And again, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope everyone is absolutely fired on up. And I still feel like, guys, I don't know. Hey, I still feel like maybe the energy is a little bit low right here. I got 600 people watching over on YouTube. We got 2,000 people over on Tradecaster.com. Hey, I need to see a little bit more energy out of you. Can I get a little bit of a Dekmar trades over in the chat room? Can I get some gifts dropping in the chat room? Can I get some emojis dropping through the chat room? Can we get, again, a little bit of love right here, team? Guys, I'm just a man. I'm just a 30-year-old man looking for some virtual love on the internet. That's all I'm looking for right now. So if you're with me, if you desire the same thing that I desire, let's start making love with each other right now. It's time to trade. Let's do it, team. So, 9:32 in the market. We got more than enough time. Let's see where this volume's going to take us. Let's see where this hype's going to take us, guys. Big day ahead. We know if you guys are sitting over on calls right now saying, hey, Dek, I'm going on the call side at this moment. You want to see, can we be able to break through this 432 area? Got a big day. Now, again, it's tough to jump in right now, as I stated, because if you jump in right now, you are buying at the tippity top. And we don't want to buy at the tippity top. We don't want to, again, be putting ourselves at the very tippity top of these plays. I am going to wait for a little bit of a drop. I am going to wait for a little bit of a pullback. And if you're saying, Deck, is there any news at 10 o'clock? Because if you guys have been part of the TradeCaster chat room, you guys know we've been seeing some dramatic moves right around 10 a.m. Let's just see. Do we have any economic data? Economic data over on Thursday, 10 a.m. Does have factory orders. So the thing is, we do have factory orders here. That's not the biggest thing in the world, but I bet you we will still see some action and still see some movement at 10 o'clock here. Give me one moment, guys. Just gonna flip up the AC. Get a little, things are cooking already in here. So give me 2 seconds here. Absolutely feeling it, guys. Guys, SPY, nice little pop right off the rip here. So the SPY already getting a little bit of a climb here. And we got ourselves a day already. Anyone sitting in on calls? Anyone saying, Deck, I'm going calls right now? I just think we're going to go straight up to 432. We've already gone over this a good chunk of change, but the thing is 432 is the ultimate target. 432 is where we have old top, 432, old top, 432, old top, 432, old top. So let's talk about it. If we get up towards 432, if we get up towards that area, what do you guys think we should do? We go all the way up towards around this 432 mark. What do you guys think is the best thing for us to do? I think the best thing for us to do is do a put contract. If we're seeing the stock market go from 425 and we spike up to 430, I think we should probably start looking for some put contracts. Because I'll tell you right now, seems like when we come up towards this area, there's always a reversal. The last 7 times we have come up to 432-ish, we have had some sort of reversal in the opposite direction. We fall down to it, we go up to it. We fall down to it, we go up to it. We fall down towards it, we go up from it. We go up towards it, we go down from it. There's always a great area of reversals at this mark. So if we just start blasting off and we go all the way up to 430 right off the rip right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to switch over to put side and I'm going to be saying to myself, all right, hey, let's get after it there. Now, people say, well, Deck, if you think it's going to go up to 432, 431, why don't you jump in on calls right now? And that's a great question. But the answer is I have no idea if it's going to go up to 431. I have zero idea if it's going to go up to 431. But if it does go up to 431, 432, that's where I'll do put contracts. But if you're saying, okay, well, then go ahead and do calls. I don't want to do calls because I don't know if it will get there. It's like, basically I'm waiting for my areas of entry. I don't want to buy at the very tippity top. I don't know how much more is left in the tank. If it does keep on going, I know I will do a put contract. And if it does get the pullback, that's where I'll look for more bouncing coming up in the near future. So we will be watching. We will be waiting. Right now, don't look at this, Cortez. Don't look at my order box. It has nothing to do with the current price. So, my order box has nothing to do with 432 put contracts. It's just that was for a possible dip buy if we dropped at the start of the day. So if you're like, okay, 424 strike price at again, a dip buy at call, I will adjust it all as we get up towards those highs. Yeah, we want to make sure that we're all set here. Deck, how you flipping on the AC? It's November. Guys, my blood just boils, okay? I'm half Irish, half Hungarian. My grandfather grew up in Budapest. And what does it have to do with anything? I don't know. I have no idea, guys. I have no idea, to be honest. But I like to feel like there's something there. S&P 500, still watching, still waiting this play. We're keeping our eyes peeled over on S&P 500. Grandfather was Bulash. Bulash Dekmar was the name. Actually, again, as I told you guys before in the past, his name was actually Dekmar Bulash. His first name was Dekmar. His last name was Bulash. And when he came on over to this place called the United States of America, and they flipped around his name, and then they wrote down, again, that's our name, our citizenship. So if you ever actually look into the Dekmar name, there's only like 2 generations because it's not really a thing. My last name should actually really be Bulash. His first name was Dekmar. So it's kind of crazy how that works, right? Imagine you went to a different country and then your first name became your last name became your first name. Sean Bulash. Welcome to Bulash Trades. Welcome to Bulash Trades, everybody. I'm your host, Sean Bulash. S&P 500 here. Himmy Neutron saying, first time watching your live, I'm already enjoying the energy, the information compared to spaces I usually listen to. Yeah, I know. A lot of the guys that you probably listen to are just straight nerds and losers and geeks and have no energy and, you know, probably got picked last in dodgeball. You know, probably, again, always got out, probably fixed their glasses and upgraded contacts. And then, again, drove around, you know, a Honda Civic, you know, from 1993 when they were 16 years old. Right now, you're listening to the kid. You're listening to the guy. You're listening to the guy who threw over 1,000 passing yards per game when he was a senior in high school, a guy that has his name on the hole-in-one 3 times on the high school banner, the guy that dated every single girl back in high school, every single one. Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you being here, Himmy Neutron. Thank you. I'll be honest, guys, I kind of get a little carried away. I really didn't have a girlfriend till like sophomore year of college. But you know what? I get to just make up things when I'm here, okay? You guys have no idea. That guy drive a Honda Civic, yeah, but does it have spoon engines? Huh? Hector? He's running, again, Motec exhaust with spoon engines. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Race Wars? Anyone have any idea what I'm talking about at this point? S&P 500 traders, we are still kind of moving ourselves all the way on up. Guys, we're still going. We're still climbing here. I like this. I like the little pop we have. Yes. Thank you for anyone who's seen the originals. The original Fast and Furious. So the S&P 500 still watching this. Carlos de Guzman saying, first time here, been getting your emails and wondered how all this works. Been dying to get in. Shout out to you again, Carlos. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I am live every single day over on tradecaster.com, going over the alerts, going over plays, making sure that we're all set, ready to go. And as you know, right now we're kind of just waiting for a little bit of that pop on up for us to get the best possible put contracts. But we'll be doing it live, going over it all, making sure that every single person is prepared. Remember, we're a team here. I don't care if I make money on my trades or not. I want to make sure you guys make money. I know a lot of people wait for my calls. A lot of people wait for when I enter. I understand that. So when I enter, I want to make sure I have a 99% chance of success. When I enter, I want to make sure that your confidence is sky high. When I enter, I want to make sure every single trader knows exactly why I'm entering. This is a learning experience, not a follow experience. It's a place that you guys are supposed to be saying to yourself, I understand what Deck's doing and why Deck's doing it. Right? That's what I want out of you guys. I want you guys to leave better traders every single day. All right. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Tim, is this legit? Tim goes over here. I'm going to skip that picture. Tim goes, Deck, having one of the best days I'm having. Up $33,845. Tim, what are you trading right now, buddy? So shout out to Tim. $33,000 at this moment. What's your trade at this moment? Shout out to Tim at this time, doing his thing. So the S&P 500 still staying alert, still staying ready. As we know, guys, we have been waiting and watching for that next move, that next spike. team, for anyone who does not know, you always want to be watching in the 30-minute time frame. A lot of people always look at the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute over on the S&P 500. You don't want that, all right? I'm telling you, I've been doing this, and this is how I've been having so much success with my trading. I've been having, during the small account challenge, guys, what do you think my win rate is? It's over 80%, my win rate right now. We have been on fire with it, and the whole thing is I'm looking at larger time frames. When you are in very close, very minuscule time frames, such as the 1 to 2 minute time frame, you just don't have, you get so much detail. As I say, it's like reading a text message. It's like reading a book with your face this close to the text message, your face this close to the book. It's great to get a little detail every now and then. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm saying it's very difficult to be able to get a full understanding of what everyone else is seeing. Remember, we're looking at the index that is showing the top 500 companies in the United States. The best thing to do is take a few steps back and be able to look at it at the larger picture, the better picture. And what really has been able to make us the most amount of money is what, traders? Has been waiting and watching for squeezes, okay? Waiting and watching for breaks of trend lines. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean here. The best breakouts that we have seen in the entire S&P 500 so far. Give me a second, I apologize. Has been this right here. First one we had, first big alert, big trade we've had was watching this top to this top, to connecting this top, to connecting this top to this top to this top, right? So we are connecting all these tops here. And let me put this into a little bit of a darker line so you guys can realize it. And the thing is, once you guys realize the trend line, and remember, you'll be able to see it great on the 30-minute time frame. Once you realize we have a top here, guess what you could do? You could do a put contract at the top. Hey, we're coming up to the top again. Let me do another put contract. Let me do a top again. Another put contract. Here's the top. Here's the top. Here's the top. Here's the top. You could literally do this, guys, every single time. As long as it stays underneath the purple line, do a put contract. And you could win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row. But then guess what happened? We finally waited for that breakout. And when you wait for the breakout of this trend line that has been holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days, guess what happened when we finally broke out of this? A 3-week downtrend. That's where we saw the what? And I know I have to keep adjusting this, but that was the trend line right there. We finally broke above this, and this is when the SPY went from 420 and spiked all the way up to the price of 438. Isn't that nuts? We went from 420 and spiked up to 438 when we broke that downtrend. How awesome was that? That was so crazy to see. That was a few weeks ago that we saw that, right? Then what did we realize? Well, then, guys, we started building another downtrend, didn't we? And this was our most recent trade that was able to produce very nicely. We connected the tops again. We saw we had a very big rip and run, and we started saying, all right, hey, let's connect this top, and let's connect this top and these tops, and let's connect this top and this top, and let's connect again this top and this top, and all we did was go across the board. And then on Friday, we were able to make a huge trade because we noticed top, guys, wait for it, and then we broke the trend line again. And once we broke the trend line again, guess what happened? Now we're starting to spike our way on up. Now we're starting to make another nice move. Now we're starting to make another nice climb because we broke the trend line. So trend lines have been one of the best ways to be able to trade with a high percentage win rate. So you basically, as you know, have 2 ways to be able to trade this. You guys, when you see these very big spikes and we start downtrending, just do put contract, do put contract, do put contract, do put contract. Uh-oh, Deck, we're starting to break. Okay, we're starting to break. Get ready for a very nice spike. Get ready for a very nice rip. Now, not a trend line that has only been lasting 10 minutes. Not a trend line that only has been lasting 1 day. This trend line was, again, holding on up for multiple days. This was, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we go ahead and we got that very big spike. We got that very big rip. We got that very big run. We got that very big climb here. So especially if you guys, what day was this? This was on October 30th here. Let me scroll on back here for a little bit because, I post this. I post this stuff all the time for every single trader where I say, and not only in chat, but I also post this over on my Twitter here. So if you guys are following me, not of course over in Tradecaster, but also on Twitter, you guys get all this, right? This was my game plan. This was last Friday, right? Updated game plan. Everyone please read. Same thing as this morning. No entries until we break the bullish side. right? 30-minute time frame. Bearish, 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 bearish. Guys, once we break this line, everybody buy. That's what I was telling everyone. Break this line, everybody buy. Let's keep scrolling up through my alerts right here, right? And what it came on down to is 30-minute time frame. We are still considered bearish. Get ready for an entry. We are still bearish. We're still bearish. We're still bearish. Get ready for an entry once we break. And then guess what happened? This is where we started all banking. This is where we all jumped in, saw, hey, everyone's making money, first $1,000. Cannot make it any more clear because we finally broke out of that downtrend, and that's where we went on that very big spike. We were able to make $360. That was absolutely awesome and absolutely great to see. And, you know, ever since then, we have been moving towards the upside. So ever since then, you guys can see we did go from that bearishness to that bullishness, where we can continue to keep on going higher and higher and higher. And we've been able to make money, you know, almost every day since. And look where we're at now. I mean, we're talking about, you know, last Friday where we were all the way down here. Look where we're at now. This thing's all the way on up. So now what do we want to look at? Well, we can obviously tell at this point, momentum is obviously towards the upside, right? We can tell that we are not on any sort of downtrend at this moment. We are obviously more on an uptrend at this moment. So Dek, if we were saying, okay, we can do put contract, put contract, put contract, put contract, put contract, now we got a breakout. Now what do we want to be looking for? Well, let's connect some dots at the bottom, right? Now let's connect maybe this dot and this dot and this dot, and let's go through the bottom. And now we basically know, okay, hey, this is where the next dip buy is going to be at. Let's get rid of this trend line. Just like we have, again, our top resistance, fall, top resistance, fall, top resistance. I'm going to tell you guys right now, very simple, very straightforward, that this is what you want to be trading now. We have our day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. We have basically 4 days of this trend line now. If we start coming back on down to the price of 420, we're probably going to be seeing some sort of dip buy right around this 420 region. We'll probably be seeing some sort of dip buy around this area, right? That's where we're going to be able to make our money. That's where we're going to be able to make some cash. Dip buy back on down towards 420. So Dek, are you saying the only entry we can do is down towards around 420? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, again, dip buy is going to be right at 420 if you want to do that. But also we have our super strong resistance line at 432. So we could ever spike up near 432. I would even say like even the 430s, maybe even the 429s. You maybe want to look for put contracts, because really what it comes on down to, guys, is the farther away you get from this purple line, the stronger the pullback you're going to have, right? So let's just take a little bit of an example of this. Right? Let's go back over towards this downtrend, okay? Notice, you hit this trend line, you get rejected, but then you go back to the trend line. Then you get a big rejection, then you go back to the trend line. Then you get a huge rejection, but then you go all the way back to the trend line. So the thing is, we have a spike, we came on down to the trend line. Small spike, came on down to the trend line. Small spike, got a pullback. Now we're having a very big spike. The bigger the spike is, the stronger the pullback is going to be back on down towards 420. Almost with every reaction, we have an opposite reaction, right? That's what we need to remember. With every reaction, we're going to have an opposite reaction. If we have a small little spike, we usually have a small little drop. But if we have a hard spike, we usually see a hard drop. So what I would like to see is a spike on up towards around that 430, 429 mark. Look for this upper shadow, then start getting a little bit of a drop, and we'll be able to hold this throughout the day to actually see it probably fall back down to like 425 by this afternoon. So my goal today is let's get a new high. Let's get up towards around 429, 430. Let's look for put contracts, and then we can go ahead and be able to make some money. Everyone get that? Everyone understand that? Everyone on the same game plan? Can I get myself a Dekmar trades? Ow! Oh! Are we all good? I want to make sure that everyone's all set here, team. Just want to make sure everyone's all set. Beautiful. And again, absolutely loving you guys being here with me today. Doesn't get any better than this. Doesn't get any better than this. So we're going to watch the SPY be able to spike on up. I want to teach you guys here. I want to be able to make sure that every single person knows exactly how to be trading. Guys, S&P 500. Still watching to see if we can get up to 428. Now, what's the good news, guys? Good news is, in 8 minutes from now, we're going to have a brand new press release come out. 8 minutes from now, we are, what is it? It's like warehouse data or something. But regardless of whatever it is, we're going to be seeing a lot of momentum be able to push on through. push on through, was it factory orders? Okay, I was close with warehouse data. Factory orders. Same exact line.
Baby, I see you over there just staring at me. Baby, why don't you come close and try to please me? Baby, baby, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. See what we have. Did that sound good? I don't even know if it worked. Was I auto-tuned out? I think it was on.
Check, check. Check. Check, check, check. Baby, baby, why don't you come over here right now? Baby. You and I are in love tonight. You and I are in love tonight. You and I are in love tonight. We're in love. We're in love tonight.
All right, team. Waiting for that 10 o'clock news. Right now, 10 o'clock news, we'll start getting a little bit of action. And remember, we can't do anything until we either get... we want to get that pop so we can get that reversal. We want to get that pop so we can get that reversal on down. Hunter for Life says, Dex, stick to your day job. You can't sing. All right, guys, let's keep our eyes peeled over on the S&P 500. S&P 500, we'll see if we can get a new high of the day soon. We'll see if we can get a new pop here pretty soon. Just we'll see what happens. Waiting and watching on it. We'll see what we get. I'll be honest, guys. I wish I could sing. You know, I feel like, can you get better at singing? I feel like the answer is yes, you can. But I feel like you got to have a strong base. I feel like you can't just get good if you suck. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things you can get good on if you're just not good at it. But I feel like singing is one of those things that you got to already have a high quality base. You already got to be able to be up there. You already got to have some pipes. You can't flip the script on that. You either got it or if you don't. That's what it comes on down to. Yeah, you can get okay at best if you suck initially. Right now. Still waiting for that possible 10 o'clock news, guys. 10 o'clock news. We got about 3 minutes until 10 o'clock news comes on out, and then hopefully we get that next leg on up. get that next leg on up, we get that next pop, we get that next move at 10 o'clock. So that's what we're waiting for. Now, guys, when we're waiting over this next 2 minutes here, I do want to give everyone that heads on up because we're waiting the next 2 minutes anyway. If you guys are ready and are you guys fired on up, the Utah Ski Trip Mastermind. Tickets on this go on sale next Thursday, 7 days from now. So if you guys are coming out to Utah, staying with me over in the Tradecaster headquarters, guys, we again rented out the entire mansion. We're all set, ready to go, and we are going to be live trading with you guys, staying over with you guys, having a good time with you guys, and then after our morning trading session, we're going out skiing. So yes, this is all in person, live. We're only taking 13 people. We're doing 2 different weeks of it, but we're taking 13 people because that's all we can sleep there. And we're going to wake up every morning. We're going to have breakfast being cooked. We're going to live trade together. We're going to do all of our normal trading. I'm not going to be live streaming. I'm only going to be working with the traders that are going to be there. And then after we make our profits, we're going to head on out and go skiing and snowboarding out in Utah. And, that's going to be absolutely awesome. So if you guys are pumped about it, if you guys are ready for this, this comes out again next Thursday. Tickets go on sale. So get ready to rock and roll. As you guys know, it's going to sell out within the first few moments. We have over 356 people that were interested. 121,000 people saw this. So it's going to sell out quickly. So if you guys are ready to go, next Thursday is when that's going to be happening. I've been emailing out all the dates, but if you guys need more information, I'll go on about that and after 10 o'clock. But if you guys want to come out to Utah and have the ski trip mastermind, it's going to be about 4 days long. We're live trading every morning, and then I have ski passes for you guys, and we're going to go out and hit the mountain afterwards. So trade in the morning, ski the best mountains in the world, right on after. Can't say maybe in the world. They got some good ones over in the Alps, but I'm going to say in the United States. United States, can I say that? Can you say Colorado, Utah, Alaska, Montana? Maybe again, best of the best. Nope, I'm not streaming on Tradecaster during that week, guys. As you guys know, I will be out during that week, giving, again, my entire attention towards those traders and those traders only. But as you guys can see, we have all these other traders over on Tradecaster that will be live. So all these other guys will be live during that time and during that week. So you guys, of course, never leave hanging. Tradecaster, the whole point we have this year is so you guys can watch other traders at all times. So you guys are all set, ready to go. Guys, here comes 10 o'clock. Let's see if we get a pop here. Guys, 10 o'clock right now. We're looking for a pop up above 428 and a new high of the day. So let's see. 10 o'clock is right now. Let's just see if we get that rip and run. All right, guys, we're starting off with a little bit of a green candle. And I'm not expecting anything ginormous, but I'm hoping we get something ginormous so we can be able to really pull the trigger and make that trade. We all know the game plan. The game plan is, Deck, what's been the most significant? What has been the best way for us to trade? Well, the 30-minute downtrends, the 30-minute uptrends. If you play the 30-minute candles, you will have the most predictability. We've had it on the downtrend twice. We've had it on an uptrend, and now we have it on this uptrend area. Now we're looking for basically a reversal to fall back down towards this VWAP, come all the way back down towards that 420 area. But we want to get up towards the very strong resistance, as we know, of 432. Now, I don't think we're going to get up to 432, to be honest, but I do think we could see like a 429, possibly like a 430, and I probably will jump in on put contracts if we can get up to 429, if we can touch 430. Probably scale in maybe 2 contracts at a time, up towards around 429, 430. So I'm kind of waiting for that to happen to do our scale on in. Now, obviously, if you jump in right now, you're kind of just randomly guessing, jumping in right now, hoping for the best. Maybe it's going to go up to 428. Maybe it's going to drop on down. It's not like we've missed anything today. The S&P 500 opened up at the price of around 426.60. And the thing is, it's sitting at 427.45. If you pulled the trigger this morning, hey, that's absolutely awesome. But if you haven't pulled the trigger, there really hasn't been any opportunity yet over on the S&P 500. You're not really missing anything whatsoever. So SPY still watching this play here. Waiting for this move. Waiting for this move. Waiting for this climb. Waiting for this rip here. And I know, again, sometimes it is patience, guys. I always say, a lot of stock trading is probably 85% patience, 15% of actually doing the trade. I kind of think of us as, like Navy SEALs. I think of us as like these snipers, as these special forces. If you ever ask one of these guys, it's like, oh, how much do you actually do like the action? Like, how much do you actually do the movie type stuff where you're out there doing a whole bunch of crazy missions and such? They all say like 5% of the time. 95% of the time is training. 95% of the time is research. 95% of the time is learning about the mission, learning about the objective, going out and doing recon, sitting out there in the woods, looking through a scope, seeing who's there, seeing who's not there, seeing again if they're target, whatever it may be. And then maybe 5% of the time, they actually do that movie stuff that you would see. Stock trading, guys, when we see stock trading and we see it in the movies, we see money, left, right, money, trade, money, left, money. And the thing is, as a successful trader, you want to wait for that perfect setup. When I pull the trigger, I want to win. Traders, you have basically two options here. Okay, let's think about it in this manner. You have two options here. If you went to your 9-to-5 job, right? Think about how much money you make at your 9-to-5 job. And at your 9-to-5 job, let's say you make a total of $150 a day, maybe $200 a day. Okay? Let's say you make $200 a day. You're getting paid from the moment you wake up, you drive in your car, you commute, you park, you sit down at your desk, you talk to your boss, you're sitting there, you're staring at the clock, you're taking your lunch break, you come back in the afternoon, go through the afternoon slump, you throw back a 5-hour energy, your boss comes out and yells at you, you have to stay a little bit later, then you jump in your car, now again you're driving back home, now you don't get home till 7 o'clock, and boom, you got $200. Here's a stock trader. I mean, where are you right now? You're in the warm comfort of your house, sitting back, listening to some music. Sitting back, here with the community, having some fun. No stress, no problems, no worries whatsoever. All we're doing at this moment is waiting for that perfect setup. And that perfect setup may come in 20 minutes. That perfect setup may come in 10 minutes. That perfect setup may be in an hour. But the thing is, I would rather wait an hour and get that perfect setup than rather just force it and end up losing. I would rather say to myself, all right, if I have to sit here until 11 o'clock, that means I've been sitting here for an hour and a half. But at 11 o'clock, I make $400. That means I sat here for an hour and a half and make double what you make at, again, your 9-to-5 job and not having to do a commute or a boss or any of that stuff. Some people just get so I don't know, they get so eager to trade. They just can't control their emotions. The next thing you know, they're just blowing up their accounts left and right. It's like, God, Deck, I haven't traded in 45 minutes. The day's 8 hours long, right? Sometimes, again, I sit back and I don't trade till 3 o'clock, and then boom, 3 o'clock hits and I make $1,000. Boom, 3 o'clock hits and I make $4,000. And it's basically my workday was waiting and staying patient for that setup for me to make $3,000, for me to make $4,000. You know what I mean? So it's like, think about that as this right now is our job. Our job is staying patient, and we will get our pay. We will get our money. We will get our payday once, again, we get to our target, once we get to our area. Has anyone ever found themselves with that issue? Has anyone ever found themselves with that problem where it's 11 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock, and you're already finding yourself 2 trades deep in the red, 3 trades deep in the red? You're asking yourself, why the heck did I pull the trigger? Why am I in on this play? No one else pulled the trigger. Deck didn't pull the trigger. It seems like I'm the only person pulling the trigger just because I can't control my emotions, just because I want to trade, and then I realize it's only been 30 minutes and I'm acting like it's been 17 hours. It's literally been 30 minutes since the market's open, and people are like, oh man, I can't believe I haven't traded yet. Guys, relax, Sander, love this. You the man. Hey, Sander, I appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, SPY's starting to get a little bit weaker. I would say if the SPY goes underneath the VWAP, there is a chance that things could start getting uglier. Remember, we do want to take a look at that 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame so far, we can see that we are the VWAP is right around 427.20. If we close underneath 427.20, that could be a little bit of a momentum shift. So if we again close this 30-minute candle underneath the VWAP, that is a sign that we might be having a little bit of this momentum shift here. So, want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll here. But we got a little bit of time. You guys know the drill. Once we spike above a new high of the day, we're looking for puts. If we start dropping on down, we may jump in on puts, but we got to wait until at least like probably at least till 10:30 for us to have that 427, 427 area to be closing with negative momentum. It's not just, oh, if it goes underneath 4720, it has to close underneath 427.20. Just because I am getting a lot of questions about this, guys, please bear with me. I'm going to go over this for 5 minutes and then I will be done with it. But if you guys are interested over in the Utah trip here, guys, I just want to read this on off. What is the Utah Ski Trip Mastermind? This will be every trader, skier / dream. Trade all morning, ski all day at the country's best mountains. Every morning, myself, I'll be live trading with you in person at our own private ski mansion right in Salt Lake City, Utah. There's no better way to learn how to trade than in person, where you can watch me trade, ask questions, be with me, and be with a small group of traders. This is only going to be anywhere between 10 to 13 traders at most, so you guys are going to have my undivided attention. So right here, guys, we're going to probably change a couple different like ski passes, but we are going to be going to Snowbird, Park City, Brighton, all in that area. We already booked this on out. We do have this huge ski trading mansion out in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is going to be awesome. So this is where we're all going to be staying. We're also, again, very close to the mountain. So Snowbird, Alta, Brighton, all this is only 18 minutes away. This is, again, the inside of the house. This is where we're going to be live trading every single day. So the house also does have very strong Wi-Fi. So I'm going to connect my computer to the TV. You guys could all sit around the couch. We'll talk to each other, ask questions. We'll have breakfast together and make sure we're all set. So we're going to be skiing most likely in Park City, Utah, and Snowbird, maybe a few other areas. We'll see again what we can do. And all transportation will be, again, taken care of. You guys will get picked up from the airport, dropped off at the airport, and again, we will have transportation to and from the ski resorts. So if this sounds like something you guys are interested on, this goes live next Thursday. Yes, I've had a lot of people email me and say, Dek, I'm a woman. Can I still come? You're more than welcome to come. Absolutely. So just a little heads on up. What is included in this trip? It's going to be 5 days, 4 nights. Stay in the 5-star ski trading mansion. 4 live trading sessions with myself and any other guest mentors that are coming with me. 3 lift tickets. We're going to do 2 passes, most likely at Snowbird, 1 pass to Park City, Utah. 1 day may change, so we'll see. We're going to supply breakfast every morning, transportation to and from the airport, transportation to and from the ski resorts, and we're going to have a little, champagne happy hour back at the house as long as you're over 21 years old, of course. So, due to the high demand of this trip, we are going to be having 2 separate mastermind weeks. Week 1 is January 23rd to January 27th. That's going to be the first one. Week 2 is going to be March 5th to March 9th. All right. The price per person is $3,289. That does include, again, the 5-day, 4-night, 4 live trading sessions, 3 lift tickets, breakfast, transportation, and of course, all the fun activities that we have. And how do you guys sign up for this? You guys sign up next Thursday. Thursday, November 9th at 8 o'clock. I'm sending out an email. I'm posting a link on all my social media. And it really comes on down to first come, first serve. So the first 13 slots that are filled will reserve a spot. We are offering 2 separate weeks for you guys to have the best chances of securing a slot. Slots will be sold out by the end of the night, most likely. So make sure that you guys are all good, ready to go. And obviously, I will see you guys there. So I'm a big snowboarder. I love snowboarding, guys. So I think this is going to be amazing to be able to live trade with you guys and then just go rip it. Just go shred. Just go throw a little gnarl, a little pow out there. I mean, let's do it, guys. It's going to be a blast. I'm super pumped to be able to be out there and be trading with you guys. So next Thursday is when they go on sale, 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys have any questions about that, please email me at dekmartrades@gmail.com. Yes, guys, we are doing it in doing tickets in November, so you guys can get flights, you guys can get everything you need prepared, and you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. So I want to do it, 2 months in advance, so you guys have, again, time to be able to get your flight, but it does fly into Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where you guys want to fly into. Salt Lake City, Utah, and then we'll pick you up from there. So we're all good. And yes, if you have any questions, please let me know. Please let me know. Happy to help. Right now, team, S&P 500 getting a little bit of a drop. Wolfie, answer Wolfie's question. Male to female ratio. Hey, as I said, anyone, first 13 spots that get filled, you're all filled, ready to go. But you are more than welcome to come if you're a male, if you're a female. If you're uncomfortable as a female, I'll try to do my best to be able to get you some sort of private room. So, you know, you're all good, ready to go. That is absolutely fine. Or if you are a woman that's coming and just don't feel comfortable, you know, staying in a house full of men, there is a hotel half a mile down the street, and I'll be happy to put you there if that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. That's no problem whatsoever. Hey, I understand. That's all good. So if you, again, want to come and you don't feel comfortable staying in the house, hey, no worries. I could put you in a hotel about half a mile down the street. Starting to get a little bit weaker here, traders. Now, getting weaker, we got to try to figure out what's going to happen here. It looks like put contracts are going to be winning, guys, to be honest. I would say at this point, puts are going to take on over. You know, I don't see this holding up very well. If we are going to make a trade today, it looks like we are probably going to want to do it on the put side. Because guess what? VWAP started cracking, starting to get weakness. I would say if we do get back above, I would want to see, what I would like to see is maybe a test of the VWAP and then a fade back on down. So I want to see where this hype and momentum is going to take us. Al saying, Deck, please renew the info and keywords of the hot penny stock strategy because I see it changed very much from the last earnings on it. What keywords are different? The keywords I've been using? The keywords I've been using for the last 10 years. Are there any new keywords that you see? I'm all ears. I'm happy to help if there's any sort of, you know, new hot keywords that I can add to the list. But, you know, right now, you know, I don't see anything that's changed too dramatically. It's still, again, positive. It's still, again, phase 2, phase 3, endpoints, agreement, partnership, contracts, deals, all that stuff, breakthrough. Right now, SPY. Blue Goblin, would you swing puts 3 months out? Personally, no. You know, I'd probably, I don't really think that's probably the best idea. 3 months out. I think we're in a very uncertain time. You know, I do think that the market can easily get some big drops coming on up in the future. Absolutely. But at this moment over on the S&P 500, I'll be honest with you, I'm just kind of uncertain over the next few weeks where we're going to be heading. Now, I will say November is notorious. November is notorious for being a very green month. Now, guys, why is November and December being notorious for being very green months? There's actually 2 different reasons here that I can think of. November, December, known to be very hot green months. Well, today's November 2nd. It's already green. It's number one, let's think about how many people are spending money, consumer spending, with Black Friday, with Thanksgiving, with Christmas, with Hanukkah, with Kwanzaa. How many people are going out and spending money? Then on top of that, you know, with Christmas, with people spending lights and decorations and family and friends coming on over and buying more food and buying more groceries, not only just toys or PlayStations or anything along those lines, iPhones, Best Buy, you know, we can see that we have a lot of consumer spending into these companies. Also, it's a psychological thing as well, where we all know that end of the year is when we usually see the market go on a spike. So a lot of traders love coming back at the end of the year to trade because we know that we're going to probably see a very strong spike. So that brings in more volume. Then on top of that, it's also psychological as well as traders want to finish their year in the green. So they start trading very heavy. So imagine the amount of people, you know, what's the most exciting time? Let's think about this, guys. What's the most exciting time of a basketball game? What's the most exciting time of a baseball game? What's the most exciting time of a football game? The most exciting time is going to be right at kickoff when everyone's fired up. And the most exciting time is going to be fourth quarter, right? And then after the first quarter, things start dwindling down. By halftime, it's the lowest point in the game. Halftime's usually where you're a little bit more quiet, your energy kind of died down a little bit. And then as you get to the end of the game, things start picking up a lot more. As you get to the end of the game, you start getting just as excited as the beginning of the game, maybe even more excited. So the thing is, as we come on down to the end of the year, people are trying to do as much as they can. Just like at the start of the year, they're trying to do as much as they can. So yes, November, December, January, February, insane months for trading. Big volume, big action, big activity. strong psychological aspect, the amount of money people that are people are spending money. And also, let's add another thing, guys. Let's also talk about the seasonality, right? A lot of people don't like to go outside during wintertime. Wintertime, it's cold. Wintertime, it's snowing. Wintertime, it gets dark at 4 o'clock. What do people do during the wintertime? Wintertime, people are saying, well, I usually go to the beach. I'm not going to the beach. I'll be inside. Oh, yeah, I usually go for runs. I don't want to go for runs. I'm going to stay inside. With more people staying inside, we usually see more people trading. With more people trading means more volume. More volume means more activity. More activity means more profits. So the thing is, we usually see the market pick up as we start getting into this colder time because people are more inside. And as we get more money flowing in the market, we have more movement, which means more money to be made. So that's, again, a very big thing. So I'm just kind of like thinking of all these things on why the market gets so hot in the winter. Little side note, as you guys may or not know, Saturday night into Sunday morning, clocks tick back. So for anyone that's starting to realize and starting to say, hey, you notice right now it's starting to get a little darker. It's starting to get a little darker at 6 o'clock, starting to get a little darker at like 5:30. Well, we know, again, clocks are moving back, or clocks are moving forward, I think it is, on Saturday night into Sunday, where all of a sudden it's going to start getting dark again at 4:30. It's going to start getting dark again, pretty early. Yeah, Wolfie, that's always a little bit tough, sometimes. By mid-January, when you get out of work and it's dark at 4 o'clock and you're like, it's dark. But hey, you know what? You got to always think about it as a positive. The positive is, when was the last time you got sunburned in January? Okay? There's the positive right there. It's hard to get sunburned when the sun goes down at 4 o'clock. I hate being sunburned. Not fun. Sit there, laying there, in pain. Haven't been sunburned in a very long time during January. Everything's got a positive. So yes, if you guys are in a different country, if you guys are in Europa or South America, or if you guys are in Canada, you guys are going to realize that you guys are going to have to wake up wake up an hour later, I think. Hour earlier. And you might log in. A lot of people log in at 10:30 and they're like, what's going on? So please adjust your clocks this weekend. Making sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. Europa! Hi, Dek. I'm a Tradecaster member, all the way from Belgium. I live in Europa. Europe. I have no idea if that's how you sound or not, okay? I have no idea. Spy. Let's keep our eyes peeled on this play. Still waiting for that move. Still waiting for that rip here, traders. The SPY. Let's think about it, guys. Just always calm our nerves down. If we pulled the trigger on today, would you be in the green? Would you be in the red? Or would you be, upset about pulling the trigger? So far, the SPY team, I don't think we've missed anything. Unless you pulled the trigger right at the bell and nailed the spike, I think if you pulled the trigger anywhere, you're just losing on time decay at this point. How many people have ever jumped into a play, you see that you're up slightly in the green, then you go into the red, then you see yourself slightly in the green, but it's less the green than what you had before. And now again, as time goes by, you're realizing that time decay is taking over your contracts, and you're basically just sitting there and saying, come on, please spike. Time decay is eating me up right now. And you're saying, I really, again, hope this thing just spikes on up because, again, time decay is eating me on up. Who's ever been on a contract that you're freaking out because time decay is eating up all your contracts and you're just realizing the SPY is just moving sideways? Who's ever jumped in on a play before and it's just moving sideways? And even though there's times that you go in the green, it seems like when you go in the green, you're only up $20, but when you go in the red, you're down $400. Has anyone been in that position before where they just feel like no matter what they do, even if the SPY moves in their direction, they just feel like they're losing and losing and losing, and they're trapped and can't get out of the play? That's what we're avoiding right now. That's what we're avoiding at the moment. So I want to make sure that you guys are all set here. Trade Dog saying, Deck, this is my first time ever watching Tradecaster. I've never had so much fun stock trading. Thank you. I appreciate it. We try to be a little different around here. Again, we get, sometimes, people talk, people say things, saying, oh, Deck, he's a little bit different than normal live stream. It's a little bit more different. It's a little bit more chaotic sometimes. It's a little bit more educational. It's a little bit more entertaining than the other guys out there. You know what? We like to put a little flair on it. We like to do our own thing. People come up to me and say, hey, Deck, you're a guy of few words. You're a guy of wisdom. You're a guy of great looks. And I say, I know. Let's talk about stock trading. Thank you. And I say, you're welcome. So we're just waiting, guys. We're just waiting and watching. Focused. Focused. Staying alert. Staying ready to go. Also, if you guys are over on YouTube, as I stated, team, we do everything over on Tradecaster.com. Every single day, we are live over on Tradecaster. Not only myself, but all these amazing traders. So you can click, a lobby, be able to join in on this lobby, and be able to see what these traders are talking about as well. So you can see Caesar, he's live right above me. Here's his chat. You guys can join my chat. You can be able to join all these different chats. Yeah, buddy, he's live at this moment. Be able to click it and see what he's talking about. He's live over at this moment. So not only, again, when you guys join Tradecaster, are you guys getting access to my lobby, you guys get access to everybody's lobby. Also, you guys do have access to the entire video library, different boot camps, different sections on how to learn entries and exits, shorting, level 2. You guys have press release lessons, options boot camps, everything along these lines. And also, again, little heads on up for anyone who does not know, yes, we will be having a Black Friday sale. So if anyone is, again, interested coming on over, Black Friday is going to be one of the best and biggest times of the year. So make sure you guys are all set. We usually only have about 3 sales a year. We usually have Black Friday, we usually have July 4th, and maybe some random one that we have. But other than that, we really never have sales because we like to make our sales actually, worth something. We don't like to have something every Tuesday. Sometimes I see people that do that. Hey guys, it's Tony Tuesday. Everyone named Anthony gets 25% off. We usually like to try to do it, twice a year. So if you guys are pumped on that, Black Friday coming on up, that's going to be absolutely huge. Everything is going to be, 25% off so that you guys are all set, ready to go. So get excited about that. That's right around the corner. Biggest sale of the year. That's for everyone. That's for everyone. Juice, what about Cyber Monday? Black Friday and Cyber Monday, kind of same sale. Goes into it. Maybe on Cyber Monday, if you do something there, I'll throw in a naked picture of myself or something. I don't know. Figure it out. Clothed, obviously make it appropriate, but I'll make it very nicely framed, okay? Very nicely framed. Steel framed, ridges going around it. You say, honey, what's that in the mail? What's that on the mail? Who is that? And you say, no one. It's my mentor. Please stop. Kathy, stop. He's my mentor. Let's have ourselves a day. Still moving sideways at this moment, traders. Still moving sideways at this moment. All I want is a little bit of action. Thanks, Deck says, I'm going to get myself a lifetime membership. Awesome. Yeah, they're going to be extremely cheap. So thanks, Deck. That's the time to do it. Also, if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help you guys on out. Trading Sharks, how long is the small account challenge going to go for? Honestly, I want to have success in this. So the thing is, I'll be honest about the small account right here. Small account challenge. Number 1, I'm enjoying the way I'm trading. I'm enjoying being a stock sniper. When I'm on my large account, sometimes, and I'm just being transparent with you guys, sometimes I trade too much. I trade to trade. I trade because I'm on the live stream. I know you guys want to see me trade, and sometimes I put myself in bad positions when I really shouldn't be putting myself in bad positions. I like how I have the limitation of if you do not pick every play correctly, Deck, you are going to lose this account. You are going to be laughed at. You are going to be embarrassed, right? That's basically how it works, right? You need to be successful on this. I like how I have that pressure. I like how it's making me so dialed in on every single trade, which is why we've been winning so much on the small account, that it's okay. When Deck pulls the trigger, you know it's like 90% chance of success. You know that we're going to have a great chance of winning, and he's going to explain it all. I personally have really been enjoying the fact that how disciplined I've been over the last month. I've really enjoyed the fact of being able to wait for these setups, and it's kind of taught me to trade a little bit of a different way. So personally, I'm really excited about it, and I have no plans on stopping right now until we get to 10, 15,000. And as I stated as well, guys, all the money I make on the small account, I'm giving it to you guys. So like, I'm seeing a lot of people here every single day that are, you know, posting. I see Cousin Greg here. I see Jedi Mind Trips. I see Thanks Deck. I see Gigi. I see ASN Fam. I see West 25. I see Daddy a lot. Like, I'm going to take the $15,000 and split it up and give it to you guys. Like, that's the goal. So however much money I turn it into, 25,000, 30,000, 40,000, the people that are in chat every day, the people that are typing and communicating and posting alerts and making this community so amazing, whatever I make out of the small account challenge, I'm just chopping it up and giving it away to you guys. So just a little heads up for you guys. You know, you guys deserve it. So, you know, that's whatever I turn it into, that's what I'm giving away to you guys. So let's just keep this thing going here, team. As you guys know, we're going to keep this party going, doing as much as we possibly can. And guys, we are actually moving on over here. Let's keep, look at this, little new high. Little new high here. We finally going to get a little bit of spiking. We finally going to get a little bit of movement. Let's have everything kind of set up here, traders. Let's just have everything set up so we're all set, ready to rock and roll. I'm actually leaning towards SPY, add option, looking to buy. Probably going to start with 4 contracts at a time. Today's expiration, going to be doing put contracts. Put contracts would be probably either 429 or 430 strike price. Let's just do 429 to begin with. So I'm just going to start, you know, right here. We can adjust if we need to, but let's just say 429 strike price over on the put side. But we still want to see this thing try to rip and run a little bit higher. So we're still just staying patient. We're doing everything right. We got option, buy, 4 contracts, November 2nd, 429 put contracts. If I wanted to buy that right now, 4 contracts, only $584. So technically I'm able to get probably right around 15 to 16 contracts if I did this. Now, with that being stated, those are actually going to get cheaper as it gets higher. But, you know, if we want to, we can also change the expiration to tomorrow's day, November 3rd, if we wanted to. But I still want to wait a little bit higher. I still want to see this thing go a little bit more. And then again, maybe do, you know, 4 contracts at a time, or even if we want to be a little bit safer, do 2 contracts at a time. I do like how we're right next to the highs. I like how we're getting a little bit of a bull flag, and I like how we haven't pulled the trigger yet. You know, we've been very, very smart on how we've been able to do this. Anthony Starr saying, I think we pump and then dump tomorrow after the Apple miss on earnings. Whew, it's rare. It's rare that Apple misses on earnings. I'm telling you guys that right now. Very rare that Apple misses on earnings. I mean, if it does miss, then yeah, absolutely get ready for the dump. Angel Deck, when you first started, did you lose a lot of money? I paper traded for 11 months when I first started, but I can tell you, paper trading wise, I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. But that's the thing, I can only imagine what people lose when they ignore paper trading. And I don't want to be like, oh guys, who ignored paper trading when they first started? It's just, when I first started, and I say this all the time, when I first started, I didn't have money. I was a college kid, I was a sophomore in college. When I first started, I didn't have $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to trade with, but I thought the stock market was so cool. I thought it was so interesting. I thought it was so, you know, so awesome. So I said, hey, I want to learn as much as I can. So when I do have money, I'm ready to go. So basically, I paper traded for a year because I had to work and I had to go to school and I had to do my college thing, but I paper traded and learned and paper traded and learned and paper and traded and learned. But I sucked at first. I was awful, you know, just like everyone is. But the thing is, you know, what's crazy is so many people just open up an account, try to start trading, and then they lose all that. And they say, oh man, I stink at stock trading. Guys, everyone stinks at everything when they first start. I mean, let's think about it. Is anyone good at any... Pick up a guitar right now and start playing it. Deck, I don't know how to play guitar. Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, start playing piano right now. I don't know how to play piano. All right, hey, go into a court case and start reading off the Pennsylvania laws. I don't know the Pennsylvania laws. So what you're telling me is you would stink if you were in a band. You would stink if you were ever in a court case. Why is that? Because you don't know how to do it. Yeah, Deck, but I just opened up a $10,000 account on Robinhood. Why do I stink? Because you don't know how to do it. When I first started stock trading, I lost hundreds of thousands of fake dollars. I don't have that to lose in real life. So the thing is, I lost it all fake money. Then once I actually got real money, then I was able to know what was right and what was wrong. Most people, most traders quit within their first year. You know why? Because they lose all their money within their first year. But it is also because they also have no idea what they're doing within their first year. They don't know what they're doing their first year. They lose all their money the first year. They're confused the entire time the first year. It doesn't sound like a good time whatsoever. So what I would say is learn from me the first year. Paper trade your first year. Get guidance your first year. Then you'll have confidence when you actually have real money. People just want get rich quick schemes. Right? We all hear you can't, no such thing as get rich quick. And you're like, yeah, I would never fall for a get rich quick scheme. You're basically trapping yourself into a get rich quick scheme. Oh, I got $10,000 on a mobile app. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to buy here. This is a casino. I just lost it all. Right? It's like you got to be able to put in the work. Got to put in the work. So that is so important. Angel saying, Deck, I love you so much. I just can't afford Tradecaster. I completely understand if that might be the case. Number one, again, think about it in two different ways. Number one, if you want to work with me every single day, take advantage of Black Friday in the next month. You know, in about 30 days from now, we have Black Friday. Take advantage of that. That's going to be extremely cheap prices. And also, number two, guys, is right now, Tradecaster comes out to about $3 a day. $3. Think about what you spend $3 on. Every day you go out and get that coffee. Every day you go out and buy that energy drink. Every day you go out and buy that pack of gum. Instead of that, you literally could be, again, changing your life, growing, learning, grinding towards something, right? To me, I know that I provide more than $3 every day. People are like, oh, Deck, change it to $20 a day, $100 a day, make it $1,000. The thing is, I know I provide $3 a day. So that's S&P 500 here, team. I want to make sure, again, we're continuing watching and staying ready because I want to see you guys make $300 today. I want to see you guys make $500 today. I want to see you guys, again, be able to make everything. You know, so many traders, again, how many people, again, spend $100 for the monthly membership, make it all back in a day, make it all back in 2 days. Then you're all set, ready to go. And I appreciate all your support. And not only, again, is it me, it's all you guys here, right? It's not just me you learn from. You learn from Kush and AK-47 and Active Trader and Caesar and Mr. GRTV Trades and Yeah Buddy and Futures and Prop Trading. And also on top of that, the video library. It's like all of this. It's insane. Right now, team, we still, again, trying to move ourselves on up here. Guys, S&P 500, new high of the day. Let's see this thing squeeze. I want to see this thing squeeze. Also, time frame. Let's go back to a 30-minute time frame here, traders. 30-minute time frame. You want to hear something interesting? Who remembers our old strategy, guys? We want to see it. We want to wait for and this has been. I'm gonna play this here for a second, okay? Let me actually find this for anyone that wants to do this strategy, okay? This strategy. I don't want to jinx it in any sort of way, but has not failed us yet. Does anyone know what that is? This strategy has worked out every single time we have traded it. So let me actually go ahead. Try to find this real quick. You guys may have seen this. Oh, I'm going to find it. But what has it been, guys? We have been essentially waiting for that red candle, right? You know, I'm actually just gonna go over here where I know I have it. If you go on a 30-minute time frame, the 30-minute time frame strategy has been showing what? Every single time that you have 2 red candles in a row, it's shown that we've had that big strong reversal, right? If we take a look over on the chart here, and I'm just gonna give you guys this quick little lesson, is every single time we've had a strong spike. We've had a strong spike, 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 we've had a strong spike. If you look on the 30-minute time frame, every single time that we have had a strong spike, at the very top, once we close with a red candle, it's led to a sell-off. We can see we close with a red candle, it's led to a sell-off. We close with a red candle, it's led to a sell-off. Red candle, close to a sell-off. Red candle, close to a sell-off. Red candle, close to a sell-off. We have been consistently seeing this, that every single time that we've had this, red candle, it has led to this sell-off. It's led to this drop. It's led to this, very nice fade. So I want you guys to obviously realize, how awesome that has really been. And I think, let me again go right here. I have this over on YouTube if you guys need a little bit more help. I'm just going to play this for like 2 minutes here so you guys can, of course, check this on out. I'm going to pause the music. I want you guys to just check this out for 2 minutes because I go into detail. This is how I made all my money last week, if you guys don't remember this. Another red candle after a spike. And I've shown you guys this multiple times, but I'll do it again, is there has never been a spike where we had at the top a red candle and it has not had multiple red candles. Okay? You could see spike, red candle, multiple red candles. 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 So the thing is, if we have all these green candles in a row, I think there is a great chance that the next red candle is going to indicate that we are going to have some sort of pullback and some sort of drop. But we have to wait for that one red candle. Show us that momentum has shifted. Show us that momentum has moved on. You guys can see momentum is still on the upside. 12 o'clock, we just finished in the green again. Who here is okay with just being a little patient? Who here is saying, Dek, hey, I'll stick to the strategy. This is the strategy we've done the last 4 trades in a row, and it's won every single time. Just follow the pattern. Green, 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 another green candle. We are at another green candle here. What do you guys see on the chart? To me, I do think that this is going to be the last little touch. I do think this is going to be the last little sprint on the SPY. I am seeing that we do not have. If you guys haven't seen this video, go check it on out. But essentially, all we did was we wait for that red candle to hit. The answer, and once that red candle does hit, that's when we jump in. So if I want to skip ahead right here a little bit, all we did was jump in on that play. You can see where I'm up $22. Here comes the reversal. Here comes the drop. Now we start making our money. Now we're up $162. We start seeing the big time fade. We start seeing that big time drop. Now we're up again almost $200. Now we're up $211. And we can see that's where momentum shifted. So, it's basically like that whole entire trade. That's where, this whole entire play worked out just from doing that. Made $216 on the small account from that strategy right there. So that was something that we could look at. And as you guys can see at this moment, if we want to continue to keep our eyes peeled on this, it's almost the same exact thing. We've had green candle, we've had green candle, we've had green candle. And what we really want to see is we need to see one red candle form to show that we are next to the top. And then we have another red candle to show that momentum has turned. Now, yes, you can definitely look to try to be able to nail the tippity top. If you can nail the tippity top, that's absolutely great. But it's very difficult to nail the tippity top. So you can either wait for one red candle to form, then close that red candle, then it's time to trade. Or you again want to be saying to yourself, or you want to try to be able to nail the top, which is a little bit more difficult. But as we know, we are still climbing here. So it's one red candle shows that momentum is now shifting. Second red candle is where you enter. That's, basically the strategy that has been working on out. But, I definitely want to try to get, the best entry I possibly can over on this play. Dek, where do you think this is going to turn at? We do know, again, that 432 mark is going to be very strong resistance. There's like 431.50, 431.50, 431, very strong resistance. top area, 430. So, I mean, we got some 430 area. There's a nice little dip buy and bounce play. It's going to be like anywhere between 429.50 up to 431.50. Like, I think it's going to, and I know that's like a $2 spread. It's going to be like within that region. It's tough to know exactly where. So if we want to, we can just wait for that red candle to form, kind of show us that momentum is starting to turn. Show us that momentum is starting to get weaker. Show us that momentum is starting to drop. So I would like to see that pop. We don't have any red candle at this moment. No red candle at this moment. We have green candle, green candle, green candle. It's been 3 solid green candles so far. Let's just see if this thing can keep on going up even higher. The good news is the higher and longer it spikes. The higher and longer it spikes, the better chance we have of seeing that drop when it eventually comes. Now, if you want to as well, and saying, Dek, hey, buddy, I'm just going to go on calls until we see a green candle. Is anyone going to do that? Is anyone here going to say, Dek, I appreciate it. I appreciate you're looking for the red candle and looking for the put, but I think I just want to go with momentum here. I'm going to go on calls right now until I see a red candle. And when I see a red candle on the 30-minute time frame, that's when I'll get out. You know, so a lot of traders like to do that as well. Saying, all right, I'm just switching over towards like a 1-minute time frame. You know, I'll keep my eyes peeled on this, see which way this one's going to go, see if we can spike on up to 429 plus, and I know I can keep on holding until traders realize that momentum is shifting. So yeah, jump in on the call side, 429, 429.20, 429.50, make your money, and then if you start seeing a red candle, then again you could say to yourself, all right, momentum is starting to shift. Daddy, what if you start off what if you start at the start of the red candle? What if you start at the start? Well, that's like, you know, predicting the high. It's just tough to be able to predict the high. It's tough to be able to know the exact high price. You know, we can do it. It's just going to take a little bit of confidence, a little bit of luck. But we know what's going to be happening somewhere between like 429.50 to 431.50 most likely. Shaz, Dek, when you paper traded, what strategies would you try? Try everything. I would try to grow $500 accounts. I would try to grow $100,000 accounts. I would try dip buying. I would try breakouts. I would try swing trades overnight. I would try shorting. I would try scalping. I would try everything. Try absolutely everything. People sometimes, again, are like so timid when they're paper trading. It's like when you're paper trading, be a monster. Go nuts. Try as much as you can. Do crazy things, then get very serious. Then get very serious, then get very loose. Right? You know, try absolutely. It's fake money. Do whatever you want. You know, see what works and what doesn't. Nick T saying, Dek, I missed Jerome Powell's speech yesterday. What was the sentiment? All right, Nick, if you missed yesterday's meeting, Jerome Powell raised rates 0.5% interest rates. It was insane. He raised rates 0.5 interest rates. There was a whole bunch of climate protesters that came on out saying, again, ice is melting, save the whales, kangaroos need carrots. It was nuts. It was insane. No, he just kept everything exactly the same. So pause rates. And also, if there's anyone out there that wants to save the whales, I'll be honest, I love whales. Whales are sick. So the thing is, I'm all for support of whales. I don't think giving kangaroos carrots are a real thing. But hey, if that is a thing, I'm down to join. I'm down to join that. As long as they're not getting like extremely jacked. I don't even know if that's real or not. I don't know if that's like a real thing that like they see in the wild, or if that's like farmers doing weird things to their kangaroos. You ever see again those videos, and maybe it's just me because I'm American. I see these videos of these jacked kangaroos. Looks like Rocky Balboa and like Rocky 4 coming in and fighting like the huge Russian. They got 6-pack abs, absolutely jacked on up. Just again, doesn't even have a pouch. Just so ripped. There's no little kangaroo ever sitting in there. Just absolutely jacked out of its mind, sitting back on its tail like Mewtwo as a Pokemon. I don't even know if that's like a real thing. J-Boss is from Australia. He says, yep, that's a real thing. And I'll tell you, we have deer here. If you've ever seen a deer, they're like little horses with horns on top of their head. They run around in the woods all the time. So if you're interested in seeing deer, you know, little horses running around, little horns sticking out of their heads, that's real. Guys, we're still going. Moki Trader, people are always amused when they visit my house and they see deer chilling in the backyard. Same. I have family. I have some family down in Florida. And then whenever they come up, my house, they'll be eating. They'll be, we'll be eating dinner. They'll be eating dinner and all of a sudden their hands go flying up in the air. You see that thing in the backyard? It's just like a deer just sitting there just... That's... Spy, still watching here. Still waiting for that pullback. Remember, momentum is still towards the upside. Momentum is still towards the upside right now, traders. Momentum is still towards the upside. We still have momentum towards the upside. 30-minute time frame, guys. And how do we see momentum? How can we judge momentum? The great news is that when we do start shifting momentum, guys, when we do start shifting our momentum, we have so much room to fall back down to this purple line. Like, so much room to fall back down to this purple line. It's insane. So we don't want to go against momentum yet. We know it's green candle. We know it's green candle. We know it's green candle. Trust me on this. Okay? Is anyone here saying, Deck, I'm waiting for you? Deck, I trust you on this. It's like... we got to go through the routine. The routine is, all right, Deck, come on. I'm waiting for you to pull the trigger. All right, Deck, come on. Hurry up. All right, he's finally got a game plan. All right, his game plan is here. Okay, I have to wait a little bit longer. Oh, come on. Is this even going to work? Oh, Deck, thank you, man. Thank you. I love you, Deck. I love being part of TradeCaster. Oh, thanks, man. This is bad. And then we got to go through it all again tomorrow. All right? It's the same thing. It's got the patience, the waiting, the urgency, and then the thanks. You made a lot of money. All right? So let's just trust me on it, okay? BKL, I'm not expecting any dip buy today. I'm expecting this thing to keep running on up, and then once momentum shifts, that's when we start falling. Xavier, I would still wait for red candle. Even if we hit, 432 432, you can definitely jump in on something. Or 431, you can jump in maybe on some small contracts just because we know we're near the high. But I definitely want to be waiting for some sort of red candle. So I'm looking for like 430s. 430s, we know we're going to be near that very tippity top high. And this is what I sent out this morning. Remember, I sent this out this morning. 432, strong resistance. And this is the maroon color. Maroon color, as you guys know, top resistance. Bounce, 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 bounce. We got a lot of strong resistance in the 430s. 430, 431, 432. Going to be very, very, very strong resistance. Hunter, you think we're going to come down as low as 420 when it does shift? I don't think it's going to happen today down to 420. But yes, I do think we're going to have a very big shift over the next few days. I do think we will get a very nice drop. Could I do a very large expiration date like the next 5 days? I definitely think you could. I mean, best case / worst case scenario would be you do a put contract and it runs up to the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average is still pretty far. Notice we've had a very strong bounce play over the last few days, right? If you guys take a look, it has been from the October 27th. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. We have bounced from 410 all the way up to 430. Now, traders, I don't even know if this is correct or not, but I'm just going to throw it out there. Does anyone know why this is interesting? Why is it so interesting that the SPY is bouncing at October 27th and now we are going straight up? Does anyone know what the heck I'm talking about? If you guys don't, I want to double check this, but I believe this is the same exact time, the same exact day, the same exact month that last year it was the lowest point of the day. Does anyone, let's see if I'm right here. I believe it was. I'm going to see. October 27th is the lowest point of over the last, 6 months. Now let's go back to last year. Last year was October 14th was the lowest point of the year. So last year, October 14th it hit 350 and then it spiked all the way up to 460. October was the lowest point of the year last year. Now, as we came on down to October, it's been the lowest point in the last 6 to 7 months, and now it's starting to go on some sort of crazy spike. So think about that, guys. Even if you want to remember it maybe for next year, saying, okay, it seems like October is always the lowest point, and we always start spiking up extremely high from there. So right now, team, we are still watching. And we're still hitting some new highs. Remember, guys, we just don't want to go against momentum. And I'm going to say this again. Is there anyone here that's just doing call contracts? That's saying, Dek, I've just been sitting on calls the past hour. You told me that once you see a red candle, momentum shifts. So all I'm doing is I'm just watching the 30-minute time frame. And as I watch the 30-minute time frame, we don't have any red candles. We have, again, green candle, green candle, green candle. There's no reason to sell. Right? Momentum is still on the upside. We know when we get a red candle on the 30-minute time frame, that is when momentum shifts. We do not have that yet. And we still have 5 more minutes until we move into another candle. So we still got 5 more minutes before we even move into another candle. And obviously, momentum is still towards the upside. I'm not going against. I'm not driving on the opposite side of the highway. As I said, think about this as your 9-to-5 job. So far, we've been here for an hour and a half, and I haven't pulled the trigger. But once I do pull the trigger, I get paid $300. Once I do pull the trigger, I get paid, $400. So maybe an hour and a half of work sitting here. But the thing is, that's when I get paid. I like the patience. Man, Dek, what made you want to stream your trades initially? Honestly, when I first started stock trading, there was nowhere I could go. All right, and hopefully I've been the solution to this problem. But when I first started stock trading, I literally just wanted to know, how do you find the best stocks? How do you find the best stocks? How do I know what to put? How do I know what to trade? How do I know this? And every single time I wanted to figure out an answer, I just basically had to watch like a 35-minute, 45-minute YouTube video that never even gave me the answer. And then they would say, oh, do this, and watch this, and then watch that. And then the thing is, I never even got the answer, ever, like from anything I wanted. So once I actually figured out the answers, I just basically said, hey, I don't want to do that anymore. If people, again, ever have a question, I can literally just say, do this. You know what I mean? This is the blunt answer. And that's kind of what, why I think, basically I've been successful in this, and Tradecaster's been successful in this, and my live stream's been successful in this, is because when you guys ask me a question, I just tell you exactly what you want to know. Hey, Dek, how do we short? Here you go. Hey, Dek, how do we do Here you go. Here, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to say go buy this, go buy this, go buy. I'm just literally telling you the answer. So it's like, that's one of the reasons on why I started this whole entire thing. I just got frustrated that literally no one would just tell me the answer, right? It's like, why are we keeping secrets here? Tell me the answer. Dek, how big does the red candle have to be to show that momentum shifting? It just has to be a red candle. It just has to be a red candle. So for anyone who does not understand, go over towards a 30-minute time frame. Every 30 minutes, we will have a new candle form. So in the next 3 minutes, we'll have a new candle form. That means if our next candle is a red candle, which means it closes underneath where we're going to close the next 3 minutes, that means momentum shifted and we can now go ahead and jump in on an entry. That's, what we'd want to be looking for. But that means that we are not going to be able to trade until the minimum of at least until 11:30, because we would have to wait until this red candle closes red, not just goes red, closes red, shows that momentum is now shifting. So the thing is, the minimum entry time is going to be at the time of 11:30, because we got to see how much more how much more momentum is on this upside. So as long as, again, SPY still holds these green candles, we know that momentum is still towards the upside. J-Boss, thank you so much. You've helped me so much, Deck. Without you doing what you're doing, we're spending hours on YouTube with no luck and losing a lot of money. Thank you so much, you good sir. Hey, J-Boss, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mailman, thank you so much. Seeing again, you know what TradeCaster's all about. Appreciate you, buddy. Right now, again, the SPY still pushing itself on up. We still want to get like one more very nice pop here. I would like to see one more very, very nice pop. One very, very nice rip and run. So we are still just kind of waiting and watching, traders, giving this a little bit of time. Traders, we are still going. New candle is going to be forming here. New candle forming right now. Everyone take a look. Time frame. Go back over to that 30-minute time frame. There's our new candle forming. If I had to take a guess, I think we're going all the way up towards, again, 430 plus. I think we're going to be looking up towards around 430. I would not do any puts yet. I still think calls have it. Does anyone else agree? What price? Everyone yell out right now. Everyone yell out. What price do you think is going to be the high of the day? Everyone has, you know, the option. Yell out right now. What do you think is going to be the highest price of the day? What do you think is going to be the price that we are going to reverse at? Where do you think the S&P 500 is going to get up towards? Do you think it's going to be 429.34? Is that the high of the day? Do you guys think it's going to be 430, 430.50, 431.25? So just kind of taking a look here. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people put 430, 429.90, 430. Seeing a lot of 430, 431.50, 431, 433. So it seems like everyone's kind of saying that we're going up above 430. 430, 40, 431, 431, 430, 430, 50. A lot of people right now saying, oh, Deck, we're going to see 430. You know, I definitely agree that I think 430. I don't think 429.34 is the high of the day. Even if you do drop on down towards 428.46 or so, I think we will break that. I think we will break above 429.34. I think we will get back above that area. I think we will. You know, but, you know, my goal would be if we see 430.50, 431, it's like I feel like I have to pull the trigger on some sort of put side just because we're so close to getting some sort of reversal. Now, also what we do want to take into consideration is depending on how long you want to hold. If you, again, plan on holding this, guys, for a few hours to maybe even overnight tonight, you definitely want to change your expiration date. You definitely want to change your expiration date to probably November 3rd or, again, even Monday of November 6th. We know, and I'm going to tell you guys this as well, we know that the 50-day moving average is going to be very strong resistance. You guys can see the 50-day moving average is coming up at the price of 433. As of now, we have spiked, though, extremely hard. Let's take a look at how big the spike is, and let's compare this to other spikes that we have seen in the past, okay? So when I take a look over on the S&P 500, what do you guys realize? We have now spiked from 409 up to 429. We have gone on a $20 spike in the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days. 4 days, $20 spike. We've gone from 420 before, spiked all the way up towards $437, $17 spike, and after a few days of consolidation, we came crashing on down. We have gone from $432 and has spiked up to $452. Here's a $20 spike, and we've come crashing on down. Here we have gone from $420 and spiked up to $444, a $24 spike, and came crashing all the way on down. Now, what I think is going on here is the pure fact that every time that we spike anywhere between $20 to $23, we usually see a very strong next few red days. You guys can see, and let me just again kind of draw this on out in case you guys don't see, right, is here are some $20 spikers. This is a $20 spike. Here's a $20 spike. Here's a $20 spike. So those are three $20 rips. What has happened to all of them? Drop, bigger drop, bigger drop. So traders, if that is the pattern, if that's what we're realizing, if that's what's happening at this moment, then absolutely, right? I'm going to be saying that, you know, this is probably gearing up to get ready for some sort of reversal. I'm not saying we're going to see a reversal all the way back down to 400. I'm not saying we're going to have a reverse, but who here thinks and who here truly believes that if we get an entry at 431, if we get an entry at 432 on the put side, we have a better chance of winning than losing? We have a better chance of it falling back. Who here thinks that if it goes up to 431 or 432, it'll fall back down to 429 eventually? Who here thinks if it goes up to 431, 432, there's a great chance that it falls back down to 427, 426? Who here thinks after a $20 spike, and if it goes up to 431, 432, it would be a $22, $23 spike, that there's a great chance that after a $23 spike, we might have a $3 drop either later on today or maybe tomorrow? Does anyone else think that I'm being ludicrous right now? Does anyone think, Deck, you're taking crazy pills at this moment? Does anyone think that I'm just being absolutely nuts thinking that after a $20 spike that we might see a $2 to $3 drop? Because remember, if we have a $2 to $3 drop, guys, that'll make us $1,000 in profit. So we're basically waiting for this thing to spike as high as it wants to. And once we get that red candle on the 30-minute time frame that closes as a 30-minute time frame candle, we know that momentum is starting to shift and we can start looking for some sort of entry. So that's all I'm trying to do here. CJ, Deck, I'm doing calls. I'm up about 500% in the last hour. She's Louise, buddy. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Mailman with a little Barney Stinson. I'm going to say Barney from How I Met Your Mother is maybe one of the funniest like sitcom characters created. It's one of the only, he's probably one of the only characters that can actually make me laugh like watching TV. And I feel like that's kind of weird. You ever again just sit, you know, and laugh at a TV show? It's kind of hard to do, you know, for them to say a joke that's so funny it makes you laugh. I would say Barney is one of those rare characters that can actually make me laugh, just random things. Seinfeld can make me laugh at moments. I like How I Met Your Mother, How I Met Your Money, How I Met Your Mother, The Office, Seinfeld. Also last night, actually, I don't usually watch them too often because it's a lot of times I feel like I'm wasting my time. But I watched a stand-up act last night on Netflix, the Shane Gillis one, Beautiful Dogs. I'm gonna say that one made me laugh. The last 15 minutes when he's doing some impressions, I thought that was hilarious. If anyone saw that, Shane Gillis, he's from Pennsylvania, which is why I watched it, and that was pretty good. Right now, SPY still building a little bit of higher lows, guys. Do a sitcom on Tradecaster, How I Met Your Money. And that's, kids, is How I Met Your Money. Got a little bit of time here, team. We're still, again, just slowly grinding right now, baby. We're just still slowly grinding at this moment. Still doing our thing at this time. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me here. Hey, can we get hold on a second. Can we get 24 pizzas? Yeah, 24 pizzas. I got a big squad. I want 10 of them being big cheese pizzas. I want 6 of them being pepperoni, 6 of them being sausage, and the other half of those 6 being sausage, I want peppers and onions. I want 2 of them to be margarita pizzas. I want 2 of them to also be anchovy. Actually, only half anchovy on one. I want, how many planes did I get? I got 10 planes. I got 6 pepperoni. I got half peppers and onions, a half mush. Oh yeah, I didn't add. Can I get, and also can you throw in 2 big chicken parm sandwiches? Yeah, like 2 really big honky chicken parm sandwiches. Yeah, what's my total? I mean, what it actually doesn't even matter. I'll just read my card off. I don't even care about the total. I mean, yeah, no, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. It's all good. Yeah, just charge whatever you want, buddy. Thank you. Thanks, Vinny. Thank you. Bye. So guys, stick with me. We'll have pizzas coming soon. Doing everything we need to do. 11:10. Guys, a little bit of a crack right here. We're trying to do as much as we can at this moment. We're waiting though. We got, again, our time frame. 30-minute time frame. First little red candle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if we close here with this red candle, that would be showing us that momentum is starting to shift. If we close here with this red candle, that shows us that momentum is starting to shift and that we could slowly fade, slowly drop, slowly get weaker and weaker. But the thing is, we have 20 minutes until we can even close on that red candle. All right, and that's the crazy thing. We have 20 minutes until we can close on that red candle. So that is going to take a little bit of time here. We obviously have been waiting. We obviously have been watching. We're obviously all focused on this, doing as much as we possibly can. Trade Tactician Deck, on the Black Friday sale, are you going to include the lifetime memberships and give them a big discount? Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, Black Friday, we will be having a huge discount on the lifetime memberships. Probably the biggest one yet. So yeah, we'll probably make that the biggest discount out there. Right now, Spy keeping this one on high watch and high alert. Guys, the Spy is definitely starting to get a little weaker. Now, the good news is we got 20 minutes here, team. Got 20 minutes, and I think that 20 minutes is perfect because I'm going to be honest with you. Like, the old me would jump in right now, okay? But I don't think right now is a good time to jump in. The old me would jump in right now, and I would say, all right, let's ride this out on this put side. But I really do think it's going to form a channel for probably 20 minutes. I think right now, I'm going to say mental trade. Mental trade, I jump in at 429. Let's see what happens, okay? Mental trade here. Jumping at 429, old me would jump in right now. Why? Because I'm starting to see it crack a little bit. I think it's better if we wait for this candle to close in 20 minutes. And as this candle closes, that'll be consolidation, then the sell-off. So if I jumped in at 429, because that's the old me, and now it's all of a sudden back above 429, I'm saying, dang it. What the heck? Now it's starting to bounce back on up. Now it's starting to go all the way back up to 429.05. What the heck? Dang it. Why is this happening to me all the time? I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to be in this position. I don't want to be, hurting myself here. So I want to wait for some consolidation. We're on the right track. We're on the right pace here. We're on the right track. We're on the right idea. The only thing we can't have happen is this candle close above 429.34. If we close above the price of 429.34, we are going to be on another green candle showing us that momentum has not yet shifted, and then we'd have to wait another 30 minutes. And I know some of you guys are saying, oh, not enough. We have to keep waiting and waiting. We have to wait for momentum to shift. So guys, I'm not going to go against momentum. Imagine us driving a car and we just go on the opposite side of the highway. We go on the opposite side of the road and cars are flying past us, beeping their horns. And we're just randomly, again, just throwing all over the place. We don't want to do that, right? We don't want to just be randomly going all over. We're eventually going to run into another car. Let's go with momentum of traffic. And once that momentum turns and shifts, let's go ahead and try to nail it. But right now, we want to go with the momentum of traffic. Sasha, when are you going to trade your big account again? Right now, again, I'm just not really too focused on it. You know, I'm really focused over on the small account. I made a promise to you guys that I want to trade the small account and I want to grow it up towards 10, 15, 20, 25,000. And I feel like when I'm trading my big account, I'm kind of like, okay, let me trade the small account real quick and let me go trade the big account. And that's just not fair. So the thing is, like, I want to really just focus on my small account at this moment and do it right. So we're doing everything at this moment, traders. Just still, again, staying smart. I hope you guys are enjoying this day. And I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who's joining us over on YouTube today, guys. And I appreciate everyone that's tuning on in. I haven't read any of the donations over on YouTube. I appreciate everyone who's donated over on YouTube. You're saying, hey, Dek, thank you time for, again, spending time out of your day. You know, I'll donate $1 here and there. Let me, again, check out the donations. All right, never mind. We don't got to go over that. I mean, there's just so many. It's okay. Guys, let's get ready for our next trade. Claire, can you donate $1 to me? S&P 500, keeping our eyes peeled. SPY, still watching this play. Guys, SPY definitely starting to get the drop. SPY finally, we are starting to get that turn. SPY finally starting to get the turn, guys. Guys, SPY, look at the sell-off now. Look at the sell-off, guys. SPY obviously getting the big drop here. SPY obviously getting the big drop, obviously getting the big sell-off. Dek, can I jump in on the play? Yes, obviously you can jump in at this moment, but we still have not technically closed at the 11:30 mark. Now, do I think we are going to close underneath the 429 mark? The answer is yes, I obviously think that. But I am going to wait for a little bit of a bounce play. If you just did nail a little bit of the sell-off, shout out to you. Awesome job, awesome work, good. There is, again, the very big move there. So awesome job if you guys are seeing this, you know, crack back on down here. We're going to continue to keep our eyes peeled over on this play. There's a nice sell-off, nice drop. And I just want to wait until 11:30, guys. I just want to wait till 11:30 so I know that I'm on the right side of momentum. But obviously, you can see it looks like momentum's starting to shift. Big time drop right there. Momentum shifting. A little bit of a pop right back on up, though. Had a quick little sell-off. Remember, we want to wait until we're confirmed that momentum has shifted. 30-minute time frame here. Shows a big bounce off that VWAP. Dek, what price would it be that we are not shifting momentum? It would be 429. You know, 429.30. Like, we would have to close at a new high of the day, I think. So we got 15 minutes. We have to close above that high of the day to be green again. If we close above the high of the day, then yes, we have to keep on waiting. If we aren't, you know, above that area, then we do have good news. We can start looking for some entries or start getting ready for some possible entries. But, you know, that's the thing. Got to wait until we close off. SPY still watching this play here. Still waiting on it. Dek, excited about Utah? I'm excited as well. I was actually thinking about just Actually, just moving out there for like the next like 4 months. Switch things up a little bit. Leave Pennsylvania for a little bit during the snow time and head on out to just Utah and just live out there for like 4 months. Then come back in the spring. Obviously, still live stream, still do everything I'm doing. But I might switch locations for the next 4 months or so. Maybe like right after Christmas time. And just stay out there till like April. Get some good riding in. Just send it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I might. Gotta talk to the wifey a little bit. See what she says. I remember when I was a little kid, all I wanted to do was be sponsored. That's all I wanted. I wanted to snowboard. I wanted to be sponsored. And you know what? I achieved it. Tradecaster. Tradecaster sponsoring my snowboarding. I'm going to wear a Tradecaster dink helmet. Who do you ride for? Tradecaster. Deck, is she really your wife? No, she's not really my wife. She's I don't know. We both had a super match on Tinder. Okay, we both had a super match on Tinder. I haven't really met her yet, but we have big plans on spending getting together and having a date. So I like to call her my wife. I think she was stunning and beautiful, but I haven't really met her yet. We both had a super match on Tinder, and I was gonna take her to Dave & Buster's this upcoming Thursday. But I want to ask her, if I go to Utah, is she gonna stay on Tinder, or if I leave, will she come with me? So I'm kind of probably at our first date at Dave & Buster's. I'm going to ask her. I'm going to go up to her, take her here, have her have fun, probably get her some wings, and probably say, do you want to move to Utah with me? And see what she says. So, you know what? You got to take your shot, fellas. You got to take your shot. I think that's the best way to get a girlfriend nowadays. Meet them and ask for them to move in with you in a different state right away. Okay? Fellas, take notes right now. Go on a first date. And on the first date, tell them you want something serious. Move in with me right now, completely away from her family. That's the best way to do it. And if she says yes, I mean, you either have two different things. You either have someone that's head over heels in love with you, or a complete psychopath. And you know what? Sometimes you got to roll the dice. Sometimes you got to take that gamble. It's either one of the two things. She's either in love with you and she knows you're the one, or you are probably going to die. Traders, take a look. S&P 500 actually going all the way back up to 429.30. Almost getting all the way back up there. And all the lady traders in here, I know you know what I know what you're thinking. I know that you know that I know what you're thinking that you knew. Okay? We're on the same page. I got you. SPY, guys. SPY with a nice little bounce right back up to 429 right now. Imagine in the next 9 minutes, guys. Who thinks in the next 9 minutes we're going to hit a new high of the day and we're going to have to wait another 30 minutes? Who here thinks, Deck, oh, it's going to happen. In the next 9 minutes, we're spiking right back up to 429.30 and it's going to spike on up even higher. People that just jumped in on the put side are going to get trapped and it's going to squeeze on out and keep on going up. Does anyone else think that's about to happen? Oh, Deck, anyone that jumped in on and put on that drop is about to get squeezed on out. This is a bull trap right now. It's going to go right up to 429.30, 429.50 and explode right into the end of lunch hours. Plez, I once told a girl to move in with me and she left, never came back, never heard from her again. That happens. You know what? She wasn't the one for you. She wasn't the one. Right now, team, we're seeing it, keeping our eyes peeled, watching and waiting on these moves, looking for these nice plays here. Keeping our still the S&P 500 on high watch, high alert. We still got 7 minutes until this market closes. 7 minutes until the market closes. One time back in like college, me and my one friend made a bet. We both went on first dates and we bet on who could go longer without saying anything. So we basically went, picked up our date. We weren't together, but we just had to do the honor system and to go as long as you can without speaking. I went about an hour. Okay? And that hour, this poor woman had no idea what was happening. She thought it was funny at first. She was joking around. She thought I was joking around. And then it got past the point that the joke was over, and I still wasn't speaking. And we're at the point where the waiter's asking me what I'm going to have for dinner, and I still wasn't answering. She was like, I'll do it for him. And then I eventually broke. But it was the most brutal hour of my life. The car ride was the worst part. The car ride was the worst part. He said he went longer. I doubt it. Okay? I think he's just making things up. He said he went longer than an hour, but I doubt that. We are still, again, waiting over on this move here, traders. Come on. If this thing squeezes in the next 5 minutes, we still have to keep on waiting on this play. J Trades, I love you, buddy. Team, if this thing pops right back above 429, this thing might squeeze out some put traders. Yeah, this is going to be a close one. Traders, if you guys are saying, Deck, what if we close like right next to our open? If we close right next to our open, let me ask you guys a question. What would that be for me? If we close right next to our open, I guess it wouldn't be like a perfect one, but it would be like that doji star type of deal, wouldn't it? I don't think it would be a perfect doji star in any way because like we didn't get the spike on up above it, but we might close right next to its open, which is still let's see what happens in the next 4 minutes. Let's see what happens here. This is going to make us, definitely kind of battle here for a little bit and try to figure out what's going to happen next. So far it's been 30 minutes, and if you guys are just joining in, every single candle of today has been green. Green candle, green candle, green candle. We are looking for one red candle to show that momentum is starting to shift. And if this candle goes back above the price of $429.30, it shows us that green candle and buyers are still in control. If it closes in the red, that is a great sign, as that is showing that weakness is coming. Now, even if we do close in the red, there's still part of me that thinks we're going to get a big upper shadow, then dump on down. So even if we do close in the red, I still think we're going to actually spike up towards a high and then start dumping on down. There's part of me that still thinks there's a little bit juice left in the S&P 500. Does anyone else think that? Does anyone else think there's still a little bit more left in the S&P 500? Does anyone else still think we're still going to see 430? Does anyone else think that we still got a little bit left in the tank here? Even if we do have this turn of momentum, like Deck, I'm still expecting maybe one last little hurrah, one last little spike up to 430, one last little... I just don't think 429.34 is the high of the day. I could see 429.50 being the high of the day. I could see 429.90 being the high of the day. I just don't think 429.34 is the high of the day, you know? There's a little bit of that drop again. We got 3 minutes here, team. Here's a new little downtrend area. Taking a look right here. I'm changing the expiration. Probably like November 3rd. I'll probably do tomorrow's expiration in case I want to hold it for a little bit. getting our fair share of little drops here and there. It definitely looks like we're closing in the red. Definitely looks like we're closing in the red. Definitely looks like we've had our fair share of drops. And the buyers just unfortunately could not push this back above that 429 mark. Yeah, there's a part of me that definitely wants to be able to jump in on this play. How much do these... Please check order. It's not filled correctly. I want to see how much these cost. I am a little bit nervous. I'm scared if it ever gets back above this purple line, it's going to squeeze. I am still a little bit nervous of that, guys, to be honest. If it gets back above that purple line, it's going to squeeze. 780 for contracts. Thing about doing 4 contracts, pops back on up, do, the remaining, maybe 6 contracts, and if it ever broke through 429, maybe just get out of it. The thing is, we are definitely closing in a red candle, though. Time frame, 30-minute, we are closing in a red candle. Like, we are definitely closing in this red candle here. There's no doubt about it. It looks like to me momentum is shifting. Looks like to me momentum is fading on down. There is part of me that still thinks that we are going to get a little bit of a pop on up, but momentum is shifting here, team. Momentum is getting weaker in the next 30 seconds. Would this be a 99% trade? I wouldn't say it's a 99%er, because I do still think, we could easily touch a new high of the day. I still think, it's going to try to break 429. I don't want to just pull the trigger when I still have all this little doubt. I do think it's going to fall. I think it's going to fall. I just think we're going to hit a new high of the day first. I think the SPY is going back down to 428. I think the SPY is going back down to 427. I think the SPY is going to go all the way back down to where we started. I do. But I don't think 429.34 is the high of the day. But ladies and gentlemen, here is another red candle. Here is another red candle. This is the candle that's supposed to tell us and supposed to show us right now that, all right, this is the entry time. So if we're following again the chart, this should be our entry right now. Just trying to see. 10 contracts. This is our entry. There's a little bit of the drop, a little bit of a fade. Could this happen? Could this fade happen? Absolutely, guys. I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it a chance here. I'm jumping in. I got to stick with the strategy. Stick with the strategy. I'm going to give it a chance. So I am going to jump in on this play. Tomorrow's expiration. And see if we can get that fade. If I'm not feeling it, I'm just going to get out, though. I'm just going to give you guys my honest opinion. If I'm not feeling it, I am going to get out, but I'm going to go with the strategy that has been working. Even though I'm not feeling it too much, I am going to go with the strategy that has been working. So I would look for a fade and drop all the way back on down towards this VWAP. That would be my goal. See if we can get that, drop all the way back on down. And almost fall all the way back down towards the VWAP. So if we can ever fade and fall all the way back down towards low 428s, fade and fall back on down towards 428.30, anything along those lines, like that would be awesome. But I'm just kind of going with the momentum shift strategy. Best case scenario would be like a big drop underneath 428.50, make $200 plus, lock it up. And what I've been saying is time frame. Just got to look at those time frames. This is the bounce play 428.10 area is the next bounce play area. 428.10 mark. We'll see what's going to be happening over on this play. We do have a little bit of a spike, a little bit of a drop, 428.10 VWAP area, and we do have that resistance line as we talked about up towards around that 430-ish mark. Still, again, looking for that momentum shift. We've had this extremely strong climb so far. We've had this extremely strong move, and we're looking for that pullback back on down underneath that 428 mark in time. That's obviously the goal. Now, obviously, if we also do start spiking above that 429 area, we do have to be very careful to get, back above 429. My biggest fear is that we get squeezed, as I've talked about before. That's my biggest fear today. We get squeezed, and it breaks that purple line, and next thing you know, we run up towards like 431. I just don't like that. And as I said, there's part of me that's a little bit scared on this trade. Down 115 here. We got to see this purple line hit and basically get rejected. No, I don't, guys, this is the thing. It's like I'm trusting the strategy, but I still, again, I just don't feel that great about it. So I really want this purple line to hit and then fall. I'm trusting the strategy, but I just still don't feel too great about it. But we will see what happens here. So S&P 500, we have been testing this a few times, as you guys know. Top resistance, 429.30. Top resistance, top resistance. Bottom support here. I'm trying to figure this out here a little bit. Top resistance area. Giving it a few moments here. Guys, I don't know if I'm feeling this one, to be honest. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. I'm thinking about, I might just get out, cut my loss short, and move on. Again, confidence is a huge thing in the market. And as I stated, I just don't like how 429.34 is the high of the day. I do think the market's going to turn. I do think the market's going to drop. But I think we're going to hit a new high of the day first. I'm just not feeling this play, and I'm not going to risk losing my entire account over it. So if we do get back above 429, I don't think it's worth it for me to hold. I just want to have discipline. I'm not going to hold the bag on this one really at all. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. I don't want to get squeezed, and I don't want you guys to get squeezed. I didn't like that one from the start. I didn't like that one from the start today. I didn't like that one at all today. Didn't like that one from the start. Didn't like that one from the moment we jumped in. Didn't like it at all. So I'm going to keep that as small as I possibly can. I don't like it. I think we're going to spike on up towards 430 still, and then we'll drop back on down. But unfortunately, as I said, just from the moment I entered that one, I didn't like that play. And I'm going to keep it as small as I can. I'm going to take a small loss right here, but I'm not getting caught up on a squeeze. I'm not getting caught up on a dump or a spike on up towards new highs. So, going to move on from that one. Keep it very tight, keep it very small, and you know what? It's great that I have discipline to be able to kind of keep it tight, keep it small, and just say, if you're not feeling it, move on. One huge part of trading, guys, one huge part of trading is confidence, right? And if you do not have the confidence in your trade, it is not worth doing it. We followed the strategy. The strategy came on down here slightly, but I don't have the confidence to keep holding. There are trades that I'm saying, guys, this will work out, this will work out, this will work out. I don't have that confidence in this one, and that's why I'm not going to do it. So, I do want to keep my eyes peeled on this. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a smart decision for me just to say, hey, Dek, hey, if you're not feeling it, I'm happy with moving on. Hey, Dek, if you're not feeling it, I'm happy to just take a $20 loss. I'm happy to take, hey, we're still up big. We're still up making money. We're still doing our thing. Take a $10 loss. Take a $20 loss. Move on from it. Keep them small. Absolutely. I don't want to get squeezed here, guys. And let's make sure, and let's see if this one does spike on up towards the high. And team, look at this. Look at this, guys. Imagine if we keep holding. Imagine if we say to ourselves, oh, well, maybe it'll come back soon. Maybe it'll come back soon. And now it's all the way up at 429.20. This is part of trading. Part of trading sometimes is recognizing when a play is not doing what you want. It's recognizing when a play is going against you. It's recognizing that, hey, if I'm incorrect, let's be incorrect quickly. You know, if I'm incorrect, let's realize I'm incorrect quickly. So that's part of the game right here over on the SPY. And I'm happy to be able to do this live with you. I'm happy to be able to talk to you guys live right here, because I'm going to also say the old me, when I first started stock trading, guys, guess what I would do? I would be down $100. And I would say this to myself. How many people can resonate with this? How many people have ever been down $100 before and you say, I don't want to lose $100. But now you're down $300. And you say, well, hold on. I don't want to lose $300. I don't want to lose $300. And then it spikes on, and now you're down $400. So you keep on holding, and there's no answer. You just keep holding forever. You're just going to keep holding until hopefully you somehow go back into the green. And that's not the answer. So the thing is, don't be the person that's just holding and holding and holding. If you're incorrect, realize you're incorrect, get out and move on, just like we did. So where would I want to short? Where's the perfect short? As I said, I think the perfect short's in the 430s. So Dek, why did you jump in? Just because we did have the drop. We did start seeing the strategy. And I was saying, hey, the strategy has worked every single time. I'm going to stick with the strategy. So I did I went with the strategy. I went against my gut feeling. And then I got out of it because I just didn't like the setup. I just didn't like the setup there. But I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to have a 100% win rate, so I'm going to keep it nice and tight and small. Yesterday, we were able to make over $300. Today, again, we took a little bit of a loss, but we're still in the green. So this is the first time the strategy didn't work. Well, the strategy still has 20 minutes left. So the strategy could definitely still work. So there's still a lot of time left on this. Do you think we're still bearish? I mean, as long as we're above 429, I can't really say we're bearish. As long as we're underneath 429, can't really say we're bearish here. Or above 429. But I do still think there's that chance that this thing squeezes and pops. All right, guys. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Any questions, comments, or concerns? No, guys, I just used my funds to trade right there. So I just used my funds to trade right there. I did take a $200 loss. So $200 and still up, 400 on the week, which is nice. But did take a little bit of a loss there. But you know what? If I kept on holding, it would be almost 400, 500 right now. So happy to be able to have that discipline to get out. Heisenberg says, Dek, I'm holding. She's coming down soon. LOL. I'm a degenerate and I have addictive personality. I like cookies. Hey, well, Hindenburg, I'm rooting for you. All right. You know what? I don't know if I can agree with, again, what you're stating right here. But Hindenburg, I'll be honest, I like your style. I like your enthusiasm a little bit, okay? So I'm rooting for you. I don't agree with everything you're saying, but you know what? You're getting me a little jacked up for some reason or another. Joke. Do you think the 3-hour time decay will be bad on the daily? I'm holding and agree with this hold. As I would say, just don't hit a new high of the day. Like, make sure you're staying underneath that 429.50 mark. So you are inside a little bit of a channel at this moment here. All right, traders. Hey, still a very, very fun day. A lot of fun to be able to make that, be able to be here with you guys, talk about this market. The only really opportunity we've had was a little bit of a spike on up. We did have a nice climb. Right here. But other than that, it's just been a lot of up and down movement. I really do think that tomorrow or even this afternoon could be a much better opportunity to trade when you have more confidence, more opportunity, and more action out there. Traders, let's get ready for lunch hours. Let's see what comes on up over lunch hours, and then let's see, if we get anything this afternoon with some nice setups and with a little bit more hype. But it's 11:42 in this market. We're getting ready to wrap some things on up and getting ready to close it on off. So traders, let's get ready to go. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this absolutely fantastic day. I've had an absolute blast, and I hope you guys have as well. It's always so much fun. Even again, sometimes in trading we keep those nice tight losses, and we can say to ourselves, hey, we'll be back, and we'll be back swinging. But the thing is, we got to make sure we know when to be able to take those gains, and we got to be able to know when it's time to get out of a play. So that's what it comes on down to. Ladies and gentlemen, awesome job on this day. Awesome work all around. And I just want to say you guys are fantastic. Over on YouTube, I hope I see you guys over on Tradecaster.com. Over on Tradecaster, I hope I see you guys every single day. And for everybody listening, I hope you guys are fired up, and I hope you guys are excited and ready to rock and roll for, again, that Utah ski trip. Utah ski trip sign up, go live on Thursday. So this upcoming Thursday, 7 days from now, it will be going live at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure, again, you talk with your family. Feel free to bring out the wife, the husband, whoever it may be, if you need a little bit of a buddy, but we'll be live trading and getting ready to go. That's 7 days away. Let's get ready to rock here. Team, thank you so much. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy all the other live streamers over on Tradecaster.com, and help me wrap this thing on up. You guys know the drill, baby. In 3, 2, 1. Ah-hoo!
But we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. No, we're never gonna survive.